We live on Face and we live on YouTube.
I'm not seeing the Facebook jump yet, but I think mine is slow. So yeah, it goes.
Yeah, it's there. I just need y'all to verify audio is good, everything is straight.
All right, there we go. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so let's get it cracking. All right, bet. Let's go. Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to episode 19 of Facts. We're gonna start adding the numerics to this now. So we're on episode 19 tonight, where fans and creators talk sports. I'm your host, N-Holla. Before we get started, we always got to get a shout out to all the fans and supporters tuning in every week. Y'all the real MVPs. We appreciate y'all from the bottom of our hearts. Um, Tonight, as usual, we got the squad in the building. You already know we about to go around the room. Tonight, I'm gonna let Tahir kick it off.
Onto here. I'm gonna keep it real every time, man. I'm gonna come with the stats, you know. And I play the game, so I got insight, knowledge on everything.
My man said he played Madden, so we know. All right, Jared, what you got for me, bruh?
Hey, it's your boy Jerry. I'm here. I'm here to give you the facts. Facts over feelings. That's all I got.
He ain't practice tonight, y'all. He ain't practice his script. Y'all let him ride tonight, bruh. Angel, what you got for me, bruh?
Hey man, it's your boy Angel, man. You feel me? Representing for the YNs because these unks be out of control, man.
My boy Angel, aka Jag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not the jack.
My boy is the Jag, bruh. All right, Vic, talk to me.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Slick Vic, head coach of JV Champ, assistant coach for Dreamers, semi pro, also assistant coach for Dreamers, AAU. You know me, I'm always going to come at you with the stats. Don't get mad at me. It's just the facts. Hey,
Uh,
that's just the way the game goes, son. So I was having to keep it real with you. Hey, what they say, I make the takes your grandmama don't want to make. So,
hey. All right, nah, I bet. Oh, that's wild. So let's get right into it, man. Deshaun Watson was named the starter. I need to hear y'all take on this, man. Let me kick this one off though. My personal feelings, I think that, this really wasn't a quarterback or like a football decision. I think this was a business decision. I think I said this like two or three episodes ago. Um, they're gonna put Deshaun Watson out there because my man is getting the bag. So you're not gonna have a $40 million quarterback sitting on the bench, bro. You're just not gonna do that. Um, so I think this was a business decision. And you know, it's just unfortunate for Shador because I feel like he's been getting better and better, since last year. Um, you've seen it, in his last preseason game, besides the one pick. But he looked a lot more comfortable in the pocket. You can see in his training camp videos, man, he's looking real good. The team is definitely rallying around him. It's nothing but positive things they say about him. So I just think it's unfortunate, man, that he wasn't named a starter. Jerry, I'm gonna let you take this. I'm gonna let you kick this off.
All right, bet. So the devil's in the details here. Like right now, it looks like a loss for Shador, but the reality is, it might end up being a win, even though this is a real dumb decision by the Cleveland Browns because you're not going to get no value out of Deshaun Watson. Nobody's dumb enough to trade for him. He's a PR nightmare. Like his play is horrible. Like having him out there in your home games is just, suicide. And you probably like they got people on, national networks talking about boycott the Browns games. Like that was just a dumb decision. And then I hate when people in the media or like coaches or players try to tell us something we can see with our own eyes. Like
Right.
Todd Todd Munkin coming out and saying Deshaun Watson gives them the best chance to win is the biggest lie I've ever heard. That's almost like saying, you're a politician, and you're gonna say you're gonna give money back to the middle class. It's never gonna happen. So,
Right.
the biggest thing with this whole competition, I don't think it was ever gonna be a real competition. They were gonna start Deshaun Watson anyway.
Right.
What's ridiculous here is the owner came out and said last year that Deshaun Watson wasn't a he didn't work out for the team, he didn't pan out, and he's not their quarterback. And now they're rolling him out as a starting quarterback. Just makes no sense. But what I think is going to happen, or hope that happens, is Deshaun Watson is just going to be out there to take the lumps the first couple of weeks. I think the Cleveland Browns are dumb enough to think that a team will trade for Deshaun Watson if he somehow plays good, but I don't think any team's that dumb. I think regardless if he plays good or bad, this is last year in the NFL, not even just with the Cleveland Browns. I don't think anybody's going to give him another chance, simply because the charges against him. He has two Achilles injuries. Obviously, he wasn't convicted, but I think just everyone around the league, it's a PR nightmare if he's just starting quarterback. So I don't think anyone's going to have him come in and be the starter. So it's like he's not going to have no trade value. So this is just a move, just to say a move. But I think they're really trying to. I think Todd Munkin maybe he might be trying to develop Shador slowly, like the right way, like they should have did last year. Like, hey, wait till the last few weeks of the season, play with the starters, have a good game plan. I think that's what he's trying to do, even though it's year two. But the biggest problem with the move they just made is if you're a top college player or top college quarterback and you see the Cleveland Browns got a top 5 pick, there's no way you're coming out. Because like you see how they handle Shador and you see how they've handled the last 5, 10, 20 quarterbacks they've had. Like, there's no way you want to play there. It
Right.
just looks like a bad organization. It doesn't even look like they're on the same page. It looks like, Andrew Berry's been doing a good job of drafting, but it doesn't matter how good you draft if the coaches or the personnel don't put the teams together. And it's just like the teams are always oddly built. Like you have a great defense and your offense sucks every year. Like I don't know why fans pay money to go to the games, and I'm pretty sure they're going to lose money this year because they didn't start Shador from the beginning. But what I'm still at least starting to see, which I think can be the greater good, is everybody who was against Shador last year is starting to turn around. Like the Dan Orlovskis,
Yeah.
a lot of people on the major networks, they're like, this is a crime. People should be boycotting the games. You didn't hear that last year, so
Right.
now you're slowly starting to see, oh, everything's coming full circle, and I think that's the saving grace.
Yeah, that's valid. Who up next? Angel, you gonna take this, bro? What you got for me?
Yeah. So you feel me? I mean, I know y'all are actually against the Browns for this, but I'm actually gonna say that Todd Monken and the Browns, they're actually doing this for Shador. Because you gotta look further, you gotta look outside the box. The Browns' first game is at Jacksonville. That's a tough game. And then their second game is at Tampa Bay. The Browns don't got a home game until week 3. So I'm saying if you name Deshaun Watson as the starter, you drop 0-2, that week 3 game in Cleveland, it makes it much easier to say Shadur Sanders go out there and start week 3 rather than would have started from week 1, face plays two away games against two playoff teams, drops both of them. Then how does that look on them for starting him? Rather than if you start Deshaun Watson, he goes 0-2. Okay, now you got Shadur Sanders, who the fans already like, so you could go ahead and have him in the season opener. You know what I'm And you gotta realize Todd Monken actually liked Shador. He actually wanted to draft Shador when he was in Baltimore. Shador said no. So I'm saying that, Todd Monken is doing this a little bit in favor of Shador.
I mean, so that is a valid take. I think But I think Todd Monken came out and said this ain't gonna be a week to week thing.
Yeah, but you know, a lot say a lot of stuff and it don't end up happening.
I mean, that is true.
See, I like what Angel's saying, but I don't think that like when you like when like he said like the games are hard games. That's where you get the most experience. That's when you get better. To sit here and go, you're not gonna play him because it's too hard. You know, you taking away from that, you know, that experience. And you know, iron sharpen iron. I think I honestly I think Shador should start because you know, like I said, like Deshaun Watson, like some people say you're gonna sit behind him and he can develop and learn under him. Deshaun Watson not like a quarterback that you will sit behind. And I feel like, you know, when you get older and you got a young guy that can do the same thing or possibly better, you start the young guy so he can develop.
That's
Yeah,
valid.
quarterback not long. Let's just
Sid?
keep it a butt.
Well, see, here's my take on this, right? So again, I agree with damn near what everybody was saying. Long story short, like I said, just piecing together what everybody's saying. Let me go ahead and bring it home for y'all. At the end of the day, like I said, Deshaun Watson, $40 million, a year quarterback, hasn't really played much since 2019. It just is what it is. So you're still gonna just at least have him out there just to say, hey, see, we gave it all we could. We gave him every opportunity to show that he was worth the contract. If it pans out, then hey, see, we look like a genius because see, we gave him all that money. He just struggled those earlier years because of injuries and things of that nature. Now we're starting to piece it together. However, if it doesn't work, then that's when, like you said again, you throw Shador in there. You're giving Shador that extra time. I do believe that Shador is probably getting more tutelage, so to speak. Like again, probably getting him a little bit more reps with the first team. Probably actually getting to work a little bit more with the videographers and things of that nature. I don't think that he will start until at least week 5, right? Because again, they have Jacksonville week 1, Tampa Bay week 2, so you can pretty much cancel count both of those as losses. They have Carolina week 3. That game could go either way, but I think Carolina probably take that one. Then they have Pittsburgh week 4. Then they have a 10-day layoff. They don't play again until October 11th, going from October 1st. And then the October 11th game, like I said again, it's really week 5 is really when I think that Shador would end up possibly taking over if they start off 0-4, 1-3, or something of that nature. Like I said again, just giving Shador that extra time because again, let's keep in mind they already have 2 first-round draft picks, one that they already own, the other one that's coming from the Myles Garrett trade. So they know that they're not going to get a high draft pick from that, right? So now they're only going to be counting on their own draft pick. So they don't have anything to gain because they know that they're not going to make the playoffs, right? So their best bet is to continue losing. You know what I'm saying? So even if they know and they feel that hey, Deshaun Watson is not really our guy, even if they do or they don't feel that Shador is their guy, their best bet is to still lose this year, get another high draft pick, and see what they could put together. Now, again, I do still agree with the take in regards to if I got a chance that I'm possibly going to Cleveland, I'm telling you no, don't pick me because I'm not going to play with you.
Oh, for
So
sure.
you have those things that you're going to be contending with, but it's a matter of them letting the people know, hey, we're changing the culture here. Because again, like I said, sometimes with these calls, they aren't from down low, right? They are from the management level or the ownership level. I mean, you have guys that have been well documented, especially more recently. We got guys like Lou Williams from the 76ers or Jeremy Lin, when he was playing with the New York Knicks, and they're telling you, hey, I was dropping 20 points, almost had a double double, and then I didn't play the rest of the game until the fourth quarter. I didn't play the rest of the game after the third quarter. Because apparently management was saying, yeah, you're doing good, but we're not really trying to win. Or you have guys like Jabari Parker that said the same thing, where it's like, yo, we're trying, I'm in here giving it my all, but my numbers don't reflect it. So now it's hard for me to get picked up to another team because I'm trying to win. The team is trying to lose, so they get a draft pick, and I'm in the shady shit, I'm caught in the shady gray area. So I think it'll really benefit Shador if he really does not play, knowing that Cleveland is actually going to still try to lose. Because if his numbers are down, and or like I said, the team is just losing, the first thing they're going to blame, or first person they're going to blame is the quarterback. And they're going to say, "Wow, Shador's really not a winner. Look at their teams." When knowing that, hey, someone like Jaden Daniels, when he played with LSU and a couple of the L's that they took, they were losing by 40. Teams were scoring 45 points on them. I mean, again, fucking Dan Marino can't go out there and help you with that. So, sometimes you do get caught up in that shady gray area. And unfortunately for quarterbacks, their numbers are still tied to the win. So I do feel that, hey, if Cleveland really genuinely feels that, hey, this is not our year where we're really actually going to try to win, yep, continue to sit Shador and bring the Bama in next year.
That's valid.
Like that.
There's a scenario where, they have a bad season and maybe they get to pick up Jeremiah Smith. Like, I think that should be I don't think they should look for another quarterback until they build the pieces around him. So I think free agency should all be offensive line, and then try to see if you can get Jeremiah Smith, because then your receiving core becomes elite.
Yeah, but then they got two valid. Who they got?
Yeah,
Don't say Jag.
but hold on. But you got Jeremiah Smith is like an all-time. He looks like he's about to be an all-time great receiver. I don't care who you got on your team. If he's in the top 5, you need to take him.
Yeah.
Especially.
No, I feel you though, but again, I just feel like, yo, don't waste my man either though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't waste him, bro. Because I would be, bro, if I was Jeremiah Smith, I would be heated. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I would be heated.
Well, see, again, this is part of where the interviews come in, right? You know what I mean? When these teams potentially think that, hey, I may draft so and so, they don't really just, on a whim, just call them on the day of, or right when they're getting ready to draft. They do have, like I said, they have these interviews. They give them a heads up. You know what I mean? And like I said, and they fill each other out, because the last thing they want the player to do, that they waste the draft pick, especially like I said, top 5, top 10, first round period. We're going to go ahead and draft you, and you decide, yeah, I'm going to go to the Canadian League. You know what I mean? So they don't want to waste their opportunity. So, like again, if Jeremiah Smith is the guy, as an example, that Cleveland would go to, I guarantee the first question he's going to ask is, well, who's my quarterback? Let me go ahead and rock with him. You know what I'm saying? Let me, go out to dinner with him. Let's maybe throw a couple passes to each other, see how we vibe, that sort of thing. Because it's rare, especially in today's world, where, like I said, these teams draft a guy and he says, yeah, I really don't want to play here. And they say, so what?
Yeah, the thing with nobody wants to play for the Browns right now. They're probably one of the worst the Browns and the Jets are probably the 2 worst organizations. But I think if you're on a rookie contract, especially a receiver, you don't really have much pull power unless you're the Mannings. Like, the talk of Arch Manning going to the Browns, like, there's no way Arch Manning goes to the Browns. I don't care if they got the first pick and Arch Manning's on the board. There's no way he's going to the Browns, especially if Eli Manning wouldn't go play for the Chargers. There's no way. Like, Arch Manning's never going to play for the Browns. Like,
no.
It's not gonna
No.
happen.
And like again, they would maybe just have to use their draft pick on, like I said, a tight end, or like again, an offensive lineman, do like Dallas does and build that offensive line, through the draft. I mean, like again, they got options, but again, it's just a matter. I mean, we can't put the cart before the horse. We just don't know who's going to have the first pick and what each team needs. You know what I mean? Yes, with football is really one of those sports where I don't necessarily say that they take the best guy on the board. Football is really one of those where I feel like a lot of times those teams take what they need. And like again, Dallas is always really my example of that, because Dallas, like there'll be players that are out there. Dallas would be go get an offensive lineman in the first round in a heartbeat. I mean, they're well documented, well known to do that.
Dallas drafts be so boring. Dallas got the most boring draft in history, bro.
Just picked up Caleb Downs. What are you talking about? That was
bro, that was like the only excitement, bro. But like, if you look at the history of Dallas drafts, bro, it just be so boring because they get no like, game breaking players, bro. It's always like he said, like it's like a lineman or a defense. Which, bro, Jared, you looking like that? What's up?
CeeDee Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott. What do we talk about here?
No, so we did draft CD and we did draft Zeke, but when you look at outside of those two, Dak was drafted in the 4th round, bro.
But you draft like what? Getting
But
the franchise.
remember, do you know what college Dak played for?
Yeah, Mississippi State.
Yeah, bro. He was getting Dak was not, bro. Yeah, exactly, bro.
No, I'm
Dak
saying,
was
like you thought I didn't know. Like he was nice when he. I'm saying y'all making good picks, bro. Like that's solid. That's
no,
solid
no.
draft.
I'm not saying that our picks ain't valid, but I'm just saying like we just have like some of the boring, like our drafts are boring because to Vic's point, like we get what we need. We don't get the flashy picks all the. I'm saying we don't get the big flashy picks.
We
This year
got
we got Caleb. Who we got? This year we got Caleb's down. We go. Let's pull it up. We
pull
can
it up,
pull it.
yo.
Yeah.
We gotta.
Okay.
I'm not. I don't mess with the
We,
Cowboys, but like I'm telling you, they draft picks has
bro.
been like y'all picked some guys that y'all got Demarcus Lawrence. Oh, y'all got Malachi Lawrence this year, who's playing good in the preseason. Let's go back to like
Yeah. I'm about. Bro. I'm telling you,
uh,
bro.
last year. Y'all drafted a guard. Okay, that was
Trees. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? We drafted a guard. Hold on, bro. So
2024. You drafted the offensive tackle.
you see what I'm saying? So listen to these names, bro. I want you to listen to these names. So okay, I'm not even gonna go down the list because this is like I'm just gonna go year to year. I'm just gonna
Okay,
go first pick. I'm not even gonna go down. So this year we got Caleb Down.
solid.
Last year we got Tyler Booker, O lineman. Tree. Like I'm saying, I want you to. What I'm saying is, if you look at the perspective of like a first round pick, your first round pick is usually all of your flashy highlight, game changers. You know what I'm saying? Quarterbacks. Your skill position players.
Okay, yeah. Hold on. Let me stop you. You right for the 2020s because I'm seeing it right now. I just looked out
Yes,
for you.
bro.
It was like offensive tackle, guard, defensive tackle.
Yes. So Vic, let me go down. Vic, check it out. 2025, Tyler Booker, O line. 2024, Tyler Guyton, O line. 2023, Mazzie Smith, D line. 2022, Tyler Smith, O line. Flashy pick here, Michael Parsons in 21, right? CD
D
Lamb in
line.
20. Huh?
Michael Parsons D line, even
Yeah,
though he's
yeah,
not.
but I mean
D line.
his hype coming out of Penn State was valid though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like I wasn't mad at that pick. CD Lamb we took in 2020. And then 2019 we took Tristan Hill. And then 2018 we took Van Der Esch.
oh, he's trash,
2017 we took Taco Charlton. He was trees.
right? Y'all.
To the 2016 we took Zeke. Okay, that was valid.
Yeah,
2015 we took Byron Jones. Trees.
yeah. He's trash.
2014 we took Zach Martin, bro. Now Zach, I ain't gonna lie, Zach been riding with us, but bro, like I'm just saying, when you watching the draft and you just hear for the number one pick, Zach Martin, like this shit gives you no hype, bro. You know what I'm saying? You get there's no hype after that. You know what
Not
I
excited
mean?
to go get that jersey.
Yeah,
Nah, you're not copping that. That's perfect example. Dallas picks, you're not buying those jerseys. Dallas first
Hey,
round picks, you're not buying the jersey, bro.
yeah.
hey,
You don't want
son.
number 69.
Right, number 76, bro. You're not copping that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, son. I told you. I make the text your grandmama don't want to move.
Yeah, bro. You're not buying number 72, bro. You're just not doing that, bro.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I keep it real. I told you I know a little bit about a little bit. Y'all gonna
Yeah,
get me with football with some of this stuff, but hey, some of these drafts, that's one thing I do kind of pay attention to. I do watch. Like I said,
yeah,
it just is what it is. So, I mean, again, like I said, at the end of the day, I think that Cleveland they can start making some changes. Again, but their management above all is really going to have to change. I mean, because again, I don't know who in their right mind really thought. I mean, like again, I see the trade, but trading Miles Garrett away. I mean, like I said, it's stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah, that wasn't valid. That wasn't valid right there.
I thought it was a solid move, not because of what they got back or whatever, but because why keep Miles Garrett there if you're not even considering competing? Like they're literally taking years off. Like we're talking about draft picks in August. The season haven't even started yet. They're gonna be terrible. So
well, like
hope
again, it's their decision making. I mean, like I said, come on. Like, I mean, Deshaun Watson has not shown you anything, and I'll be blatantly honest. Yes, people liked him when he was in Houston. Me personally, I wasn't even a big fan. One of our founding facts guys, Dom Chambliss, shout out to Dom. When Deshaun got traded and he got that huge contract, I was like, bruh, I wouldn't have done that. And he's like, nah, man, he was lighting it up in Houston. I'm like, yeah, he had arguably one of the best receivers out there, one of the best offensive lines. It was pretty easy to look that good. I said he's going to a team where he's going to have to be the man. And I said I just didn't see that from Deshaun for him to just be the man. Like I said again, it wasn't that he was breaking tackles and doing some Michael Vick type stuff and throwing some Tom Brady type passes. It was like he had a Tony Romo type line, with one of the best receivers out there. It's like, okay, yeah, he looked good for what he had, but to carry a team, that's a totally different vibe. To be the decision maker and changing the plays and the audibles and all that kind of stuff, those are things I personally didn't see when he was in Houston. So I was like, hey, he's gonna be putting himself in that kind of position. Hey, at the end of the day, 230 mil, damn it, I'll go play for the Cucamonga Cracker Killers for all that. I don't give a damn, but it's just I just didn't see it. And I think this is really Cleveland's last ditch effort to say, hey, we gave it our all, we tried it, the shit ain't work, it was your fault. All right, time to move on.
Cleveland Browns is them people caught in yesterday. Like I can't stand some yesterday ass people and they some yesterday ass people, bro. Like, they was real good yesterday. Like, so what? Like, who cares?
Right. So hold on. While we on the topic of Dallas, though, Joe Milton is my man a starter in the league.
Bruh.
I got a valid take for y'all though, but go ahead.
Go ahead, make your take. That's your team. You gotta start it.
I think you know what. So I think in this day and age, we be like, it's like that. Whatever's hot in the moment, people just go ahead and just, bro, they glorify it in the moment, because Joe Milton, if y'all forgot, he had his opportunity, bro. He had his opportunity at the Patriots, right? And they gave him yes, he did, bro. Yes, he did.
Let's see he was the backup, and then they drafted the dude before because they drafted a first round quarterback in Mac Jones, and then he had like one game, he played all right in the game, and then they drafted another quarterback right after. So they never gave him like a solid run.
No, I thought they drafted him after Mac Jones. I don't think they drafted.
So they drafted Mac Jones. They drafted Joe Milton, but he was a 7th round draft pick, or like in the year after, right? And then then Mac Jones failed out by his 3rd year, and then they draft Drake May right behind him, and Drake May started starting.
Well, yeah, because Joe in 2024. Huh? Joe Milton, I thought, was drafted in 2024. He really only played I think like a couple of games with New England, but at the end of the day, my man still had a 111 passer rating. He went 22 for 29.
Yeah.
75% passing completion. That's not trash to me. I mean, I don't know what metrics we using, because like I said, if we're gonna go by the Shedeur Sanders metric, that's elite in my mind. Going 22 for 29.
Yeah, he didn't get no chance because he only had. 70%.
I mean, hold on. Are you saying this metric as far as like this preseason?
No. I'm talking. You said that he had his chance in New England and pretty much blew it. I'm saying he really didn't have a chance because if you go 22 for 29, with a touchdown and a 111 passer rating, I don't care what standard that is. That's elite in my mind. So if you have those numbers and you still don't get an opportunity, they still choose to go to another quarterback. It wasn't like he blew the opportunity.
Hold on.
It was just that they didn't give him the opportunity.
Context.
Is he breaking up to y'all? Is he breaking up for me?
Yeah.
You can hear.
You on 3D, man?
Yeah. I don't know. You breaking up, bro?
Yeah, Joe Milton played one game.
Get out of McDonald's, bro.
Yeah, Joe Milton played one game with New England. And so if he played one game, go 22 for 29, that's not losing your opportunity. That's just them saying, hey, we really want to go with this other guy. Then, he goes to Dallas, he plays 4 games, and he goes 15 for 24 within 4 games. So, it's not. I don't feel like he blew his opportunity. It's just that, hey, between New England and Dallas, they had Mac Jones and Dak Prescott just above him. There's just nothing you could do about it. He in my mind is in that Shador Sanders position where hey, he's just going to need to go to another team to really show off his talents. If he were
Malik Willis.
damn it, I can't remember the cat from Green Bay that played
Malik Willis.
behind Jordan Love.
Malik Willis.
There you go. Where he at? He down in Miami now, right?
Yeah.
But so same thing. It's like, yo, hey, cats know
But
that Joe can
but Malik
can
had his
football.
opportunity too.
Who?
See, the thing that I think for us, the thing is,
In
man,
Tennessee.
in Tennessee, y'all know that, and I hate to say this, but at the end of the day, y'all know we don't get many chances, bro. We don't get, the length of time like these other quarterbacks. And y'all know exactly what I'm referring to.
For sure.
So my thing, even for Shador, like when it's his time, he gotta lock in, bro. Like if Deshaun don't pan out when he get in, bro, it's no excuse. You gotta lock in, bro, because you're not gonna get many more chances.
Hold
And
on.
I think that's the same thing that happened with Joe Milton, and I think that's the same thing that happened with Malik Willis, bro.
No.
Nah,
Hold on.
Joe Milton just ain't getting no opportunity.
Hold on. Y'all, what stats are you looking at for Joe Milton? Seriously, because he only came in the league in like 2024, right?
That's what I was saying. I said he played one
Yeah.
game with New England in 2024. He played 4 games with Dallas last year, and then last year, like I said, these are the stats for your ass. Don't get mad at me. These just a fact. He threw no more than 13 passes in an individual game. The first 3 games, he threw 5 passes, 4 passes, and 2 passes. That's not him blowing an opportunity. That's just them saying, hey, we choose Dak. We choose Mac Jones. He didn't blow no opportunity. He just ain't had it.
He got a 70% completion percentage for his career right now. Like that's pretty elite. What are we talking?
So okay. So
Bruh,
why he not
I said, you
starting
go
then?
22 for 29
Because
with 111 passer
we
rating,
just talked about it.
77%.
In the
That's
NFL,
elite.
you pay
The
your
kid can
starting
play.
quarterback. You draft your quarterback in the first round. You're gonna give them opportunity. Like he wasn't a first round draft pick coming out of college. They like Tennessee was doing good and they fell off hard that year, so he went to the 7th round. But the same thing with Malik Willis. I mean, but the difference with Malik Willis, he actually got a chance in Tennessee before failing out and then reviving his career. But the thing
Right.
about Malik Willis, he was a late round draft pick, so he wasn't ready yet. Same thing could be true for Joe Milton.
True.
Like he was a late round draft pick, he needs to be developed, but the NFL doesn't develop 5th round quarterbacks or later. They don't spend time on you guys. You got to earn that on your own. But we've seen Joe Milton in 2 preseasons and some live action look good. So I'm not saying he'll get a chance with Dallas because obviously Dallas has their quarterback. But I'm saying you're telling me Atlanta couldn't use Joe Milton, or you telling me Minnesota couldn't use Joe Milton? I'm sorry, the dude got a cannon and he's an accurate quarterback. So there's really nothing you can say that says he couldn't be a starting quarterback right now. He hasn't shown you anything that he's terrible. He looks a lot better than a lot of starting quarterbacks, and he's actually started NFL games.
Look, preseason wise, he threw 179 yards against Arizona. Right now, preseason, he's 21 for 28 with 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and a rushing touchdown. If that is not considered, and I don't even go, y'all know me, I'm not a big believer in preseason, but even with those numbers, like I said, because normally your starters, they're in there for a series or 2. But like I said, they've had this cat balling in preseason. The kid could play in my mind, or you know what I mean, like I said, just off his regular season stuff, just based off what you're saying in preseason, you chop any one of those up individually, however you want. You can go game for game, you can go season for season, you go preseason for preseason. The dude's just still putting up numbers. He's just not getting the opportunities that he really deserves.
I just
The
remember
dude can ball.
I just remember the game versus the Giants, and he was trees, bro. I think I got
versus the Giants.
Yeah, I think I got PTSD from that game.
Yeah, that was the game where he threw 13 passes. That, like, bruh, he went 7 for 13. They didn't even give him the opportunity to really play.
My man went 7 for 13, and he for how many yards?
73.
73. He threw 13 passes.
And he had 4 rushes for 43 yards, which is kind of good. I mean, we've seen Jackson Dart put up numbers like that, and when he had,
bro, the average quarterback is going to be throwing like 29, close to 25, close to 30 passes a game. They barely even gave him half of that. And then, and like again, realistically, these quarterbacks for the most part, they're throwing 250, 220s on a normal game, right? Those days where we were seeing cats just getting 400, 500 yards a game, when in like the early mid 2000s days, those days are kind of gone. These guys nowadays, like again, for a solid game, they're throwing 250, 300 yards for a solid game. But again, they're throwing, 25, 30 passes a game. This kid threw 13 passes. Like, come on.
So
What are we talking about here?
I ain't knocking on him, bro. Again, I want my boy to succeed. I just feel like,
I know what's going on here.
what's up?
He trying to trash us so he got a good backup, though. He don't want
Wait.
go. He don't want Cooper Rush in the backup, dog.
You saying I don't want Cooper Rush as a backup?
Yeah, Cooper Rush is trash.
No, he trees. Yeah, Cooper Rush is trees. Absolutely. Absolutely.
He's not ready yet. He's not ready.
But no, I think Rush going though.
Huh?
We got rid of Cooper Rush.
Yeah, because Joe Milton was better.
Yeah, we got rid of it.
Yeah.
Now
When
he
you
said,
put it in
"Let's see here,
perspective,
folks."
when you put it in perspective, you can't name 32 quarterbacks better than Joe Milton, and then that's why he should be a starter.
Bro, that is cap, bro.
What?
You think Tua's better than Tua or Michael Penix is better than Joe Milton? I'm sorry, they haven't showed any tape. They haven't had one game better than Joe Milton.
Yo, Jameis Winston's better than Joe Milton, and Jameis Winston's a backup.
This Bible say one more goddamn New York player.
Nah, y'all can't start on Jameis, bro. Y'all
Bro,
can't.
like, what
Yeah,
we
yeah,
talking
y'all
about?
can't.
Wait
say
a minute. I can speak on Jameis.
Jameis?
Jameis was a Tampa Bay Buck, and yeah, I got PTSD from that shit. So no, I'm
Nah,
not
he
giving you
locked
Jameis
in though. Jameis
You
locked
think
in now.
Jameis is better? Are you serious?
Nah.
Jameis just went like 7 for bro. Did you just see what
No.
he's bro? Look what Jameis is doing in preseason, bro.
Jameis be having interceptions left and right, bro. He plays for the other team damn near.
Nah,
Bro.
Bro, one season he threw more interceptions than he did Teddy's.
yeah.
Like,
I
come on.
remember that. I remember that season when he was at Tampa. I remember that.
That's what I'm saying. I got PTSD from that shit. No.
Jameis is a good locker room guy. That's it, bro.
Yes, he's a good leader. He's a good film guy. He's funny. You know what I'm saying? He's a good TV personality. I think he's brilliant. You know what I'm saying? Football wise, I think he's brilliant. He can give you all kind of aspects, but there are those that do and those that coach. I'm one that coaches.
He was nice at Florida State for sure. Like we talking
Absolutely.
college, right?
Look, so was Tim Tebow, and he was trash in the NFL. Charlie Ward was great in college. You ain't see him touch a football field, did we? No.
Those are different times, but yeah.
Hey, college is college and pros is pros. Just because you're a great college player don't mean you're going to be a great pro.
Bro, look, let me tell you about Joe Milton, bro. It's real. It's real. So the question was, nah, listen. The question was, should he be a starter? He shouldn't. But could he be a starter is a different question. Because he definitely could. But right now, no, he's not no starter.
You would take Jacoby Brissett over
yes.
So
you take Geno Smith?
I don't know.
See?
Bro,
I would take Seattle, Geno.
Yeah, Seattle Geno's hard.
Yeah.
now.
Bro, they probably the same. They gonna do the same record, bro. It really don't matter. Geno Smith and Joe Milton?
No way.
Bro, what? Bro, and y'all taking it out of context, bro. Any NFL starter right now could probably ball out in preseason. That game y'all were talking about Joe Milton had against Buffalo where he went 22 for 29 or whatever. That was week 18 when Buffalo had already clinched the playoffs. It was damn near a preseason game. Buffalo wasn't playing anybody of use to them. And y'all took that out of proportion. It was just another preseason game for Joe Milton with the Cowboys starters. The Cowboys starters versus the Bills preseason.
You said any starter could ball out in the preseason. Not true for Deshaun Watson. Not true for Deshaun Watson. Not true for Tua. Not true.
Sanders.
Not true for Mike McCarthy or whatever. JJ McCarthy. So y'all don't know about that. It's up in there.
It's circumstantial though, because we've seen Tua do it before. We've seen Tua do it in the regular season. We never seen Joe Milton do it though.
Because he never got an opportunity. because I'm saying when you project from the preseason, it's not about stats really. It's more about what kind of plays you're making. He's making he's dropping dimes, bro. Like, okay, you got your receiver. He doesn't even have to break stride, and he
Yeah, that
just
bomb was crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, come on, bro. Like,
Like I
He
say,
probably got the
not
most
only is
throw
he one
power
of
in the
the,
league.
but he not only is he an accurate passer, like I said, or passer, like I said, that has. But listen, let's go back to this whole preseason, discussion, right? Because I'm trying to make sure we're talking comparing apples to apples and not apples and oranges here, right? So I'm gonna give you the stats. Don't get mad at me, Angel. These are just the facts for your ass. For it to be a preseason game, right? The team that he played against, I'm not even going to say who the starting quarterback was. I'm just going to rattle off the stats for you because that team had two quarterbacks. One went 15 for 21. The other one went 3 for 11. One threw for 101 yards. The other one threw for 28, right? And then you go to Joe Milton by himself. He threw 22 for 29, 241, average of 8 yards a pass with a tutty. So for it to be a preseason game, it's amazing that he still outperformed the other two guys on the other side. So we say everybody can do it. If the game didn't mean anything, why didn't the other team show up? Why didn't the other team? Because the other team had a quarterback that had actually been in the league a little bit longer and was more established in the league at that time. But Joe Milton showed out. So my thing is, you do what you do with the opportunities that you're given. It just is what it is. So whether it's week 18, whether it's preseason, the kid's going out there, he's doing his thing.
I think you're still missing context because the Patriots played their whole starting offense, whole starting defense. The Bills has second and third stringers out there, huh?
let's
No,
be
well, so how did they play their whole starting offense with a backup quarterback?
Not Drake May was shit.
Yeah, Drake May didn't play,
Nah,
my boy.
no,
Drake May didn't play,
bro.
my boy. Drake May didn't play, my boy. So
They
to
did.
say that
I
they put
literally,
their whole starting
bro.
squad out there with a
I
second
just
string
looked up
quarterback makes
the
zero
box
sense
score.
in any
Why
league whatsoever.
why Angel acting like a jag right now, bro?
Yo, no, I'm not. Oh, see, I found it, bro. Drake May was injured. Or wait, hold on. Cause nah, I just looked up the box score, bro. The Patriots had all their starters out there.
what about the other team?
Drake May didn't play.
No, Drake May didn't play. So he still did
But
his thing.
I'm looking. They had Kayshawn Booty out there. The Mario Douglas.
But wait a
Those
minute, Buffalo
basically
still ran
backups
with,
though.
James Cook. They
Nah,
still they
James
still
ain't
had
even
Keon Coleman.
play.
They still had Curtis Samuel out there. Like, wait a minute. It wasn't like
Man,
they just didn't have nobody.
Yeah, and the Bills backups is pretty nice, bro. Like
That's what I'm saying.
I guess they is pretty nice. That boy did pick off shit during the preseason, man.
He said
Deshaun Watson
the
too.
tie back is crazy, bro. The tie back is sick, bro. Ain't no way you went from the Buffalo Bills and the Patriots to the Cleveland Browns, bro. Ain't no way you just did that, bro. That's
Nah,
sick.
like I said, my thing, like again, people think that being an NFL quarterback is easy. It's one of the most difficult things that you can do in any sport. And that's why I was so irritated with the dude. I'm not even gonna name his name, like I said, because I got very little to absolutely no respect for him to say that boxing is the most difficult. When, like again, you a YouTube boxer. Being me personally, like I said, being an NFL quarterback is one of the most difficult things of any position of any sport because you got to know plays. You got 100 things written, on your armband. You got to know the defenses. You got to know, all you got to know adjustments. Audibles. I mean, like I said, you got a clock in your head. I mean, that is literally one of the most difficult positions of any sport of all time. Like I said, so I don't want to hear no goofy ass YouTube boxer talking about how boxing is the most difficult thing when, like again, your shit is scripted. So, but anyways,
No. It's not true in his case, but boxing is more difficult than football. I'm sorry. Like,
Nah,
it's not.
I don't think
I
so,
don't
bro.
think so.
Let's talk about it since we're here. Let's bring it in. Look, first of all, how many people come to football camp out of shape, and then what do you get in shape in 1 or 2 months? Like boxing, they be going in 6 months training camp and then they cut like 40 pounds in one night. Like that's the most brutal sport to get to train for. Like, and it's the most brutal sport to actually be great at. Like, if you're great at boxing, I think you could be great at any sport. Because look at the physical conditioning you're in to be great at boxing is super elite.
So I
But
think,
see,
so
there's
I
a
think,
difference. But that's what I'm saying.
right.
There's a difference between saying, "Hey, I'm in great shape," and saying, "Not only am I in shape, but I got to know what he's gonna do. I got to know what he's gonna do. I got to know this play. I got like you cannot like how many boxers do we go out there and watch, and they sitting there like, yeah, we don't Tatum right, cause he be I was getting a little upset, but it was cool. Like boxers, you don't have to be very bright. Like you said, yes, you got to be in shape. Absolutely. I'm not saying that it's not daunting to be in shape to be a boxer, but you don't have to be that
Terry
bright.
Bradshaw is intelligent, bro. Like, I'm sorry, Terry Bradshaw.
I didn't say that every single quarterback was
Let's be
super.
real.
I'm saying that as a whole, if you look at somebody like Eli Manning, you look at somebody like Peyton Manning, you look at somebody like Archie Manning, you look at somebody like I'll give it to Troy Aikman, I'll give it to Tony Romo, I'll give it to Donovan McNabb. Like I can go for days. These guys are actually extremely intelligent guys.
Do you know
Andrew Luck, like I said, you got to be able to look. You got to
high
be able to
level
look
athletes
at a
can't last
play.
around in boxing, bro?
You got to be able to look at a play and know what literally 21 different guys are going to do. And boxing, it is you versus the other guy. Again, I'm not taking anything away from being trained, right? Because again, let's
You
keep
have
it
to
a
know
buck.
their style. You have to study all their fights. You have to know the counter. Like, boxing is way more skilled than you think, bro.
But
I'm
no,
not saying it's not
yeah,
You have to
skilled.
right.
study the
That's
game.
what I'm saying. Like I said, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's not skilled, but it is one on one.
Let's check
Being
this out.
an NFL quarterback, you got literally
So
21
nobody
guys that
can
got
save you.
eyes on
You can save a bad quarterback with the run game. You can't save a bad boxer.
you. No, not necessarily.
We've seen bad quarterbacks get saved by running game. Trent Dilfer, anybody? Super Bowl champion.
No, he didn't
Jalen
get saved by the
Hurts.
running game. He got saved by his
Go
defense.
ahead,
He
man.
got saved by his defense. But again,
Running
Trent
game
Dilfer
was
is still
Jamal Lewis.
responsible, right?
You don't remember Jamal Lewis? He was nice.
Yeah, he was nice.
He was
No,
really
I'm
nice.
not. Like I said, I'm not taking that away from him. Like I said, but it was really the defense that won that.
Troy Aikman, running game.
Because if I'm not mistaken, that team did that team go 20 quarters without scoring a touchdown? Was it that team?
Troy Aikman.
I want to say it was that team that went 20 quarters without scoring a touchdown and still won a Super Bowl. So, like again, that was the defense. I mean, again, even when the
Stop,
Ravens beat
bro. I
the
see you still keep
49ers.
saying Troy Aikman. Go ahead, bro.
Troy
No,
Aikman was not that good, bro. I'm sorry.
I
He had
didn't
a
see
bucket.
again. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that you are the elitist of the elite. I'm saying that you have the responsibility of so much on you. Like again, boxing in my mind is one on one. When
Yo,
football is
Bro.
being a NFL quarterback is not one on one.
chat
Like again,
saying
you got to know
chat
what.
saying the QB position, bro. That's what chat's saying.
Yo,
No way.
keep it a buck. Thank you. Shout out to the chat.
It's because that's what they get fed on ESPN because they think they can go out and box and watch. None of them can last around a box with somebody who's like 1-15.
So I don't like, again, I'm not discrediting any boxer because I think the physical aspect is unmatched, right? For boxing. To be able to go 10 rounds, it's crazy. Um,
I agree.
but I think the mental aspect of the quarterback position is a lot more tougher, man, than the yes, bro. Because
No,
to Vic's point, yo, you gotta think. So just like you just said, you gotta read one individual as a quarterback, right? You gotta know the linebackers and what they're doing, the corners, the safeties, the defense as a whole, the scheme, right? You gotta know what your receivers is doing, the pass blocking on your offensive line. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and then you also gotta know your timing, and then you gotta throw an object accurately to be able to complete that, bro. You looking like that, bro. You looking like that, bro. It ain't easy to get back there and throw that ball, bro.
So you're in the military, so when do people start breaking down mentally? When they're tired, right? So when do you start getting tired first, in basketball or football? Second of all, we've seen a bunch of average quarterbacks play well. I'm saying you can take somebody from the street right now and they will be better at quarterback than they will be as a boxer.
No,
I'm
that
not
is cap, bro.
Mm-mm.
So hold on. I
No.
think hold on. Let me
I
say this.
agree
Hold on.
with
Let
that.
me let me say this, bro. Hold on. I would say the trashiest quarterback in the league, right? Whoever who y'all think is trash in the league? Just name a quarterback.
Tua.
Angel
Zach
said Joe Milton.
Okay, so we're gonna say Tua, right? Bro, remember this dude played at a collegiate level and has won championships. You got to think the NFL is like peak top tier. It's tier 1, right? You know what I'm saying? So like the trashiest quarterback in the league is still better than 80% of Americans playing quarterback, bro.
The trashiest boxer in the world is still better than 90% of people.
Nah, bro, nah, bro.
But look, and then here's another part that they said when you talk about getting tired, right? So what the other part is, you got to understand and remember, an NFL quarterback plays what 18 plus weeks in a row
Let me
with
ask you.
with 1 week off. A boxer generally at max may have 3 fights in an entire year. So when we talk
And
about the
that's
team,
that's like good because they don't even fight
that's what I'm saying. The
3 in a
elitists of
year.
the elite, they have 1 a year.
Yeah.
Okay,
2
so
is
let me ask
pushing.
you a question.
That means you got 20 some odd weeks to rest. Whereas in football, you got to get right back to it the next day.
You train 6 months for one fight. That means that just to get to one fight, that's like saying special forces, they train more than anyone to be able to do what they do. That's easy because they train for one fight overseas. They train for a couple fights overseas versus, hey, that's crazy, bro. Boxing is an elite sport, bro.
I'm not
No,
saying it's
we're
not
not
elite.
saying
See,
it's
that's what
not
I'm saying.
elite.
What
Yeah.
you keep doing is you keep thinking that because I say that there's something better that this is
Have
trash.
you boxed before? That's all I'm asking.
That's what I'm not saying that because I'm saying that an NFL quarterback has more responsibility and that's a tougher job. That boxing is trash.
Yeah,
I
I think
understand,
I think
right?
it's tougher, bro.
They do have more responsibility as far as team, but what I'm saying it's not a tougher job. No way. Like
Man.
an NFL quarterback's not gonna die.
Bro, Angel couldn't even complete a pass in flag football, okay? He couldn't even complete a 5-yard slant, bro.
But you think he
Bro.
can go around with Tank Davis? Like, come on, bro. Like, let's be real. He's not going around with Tank Davis. Like, he's not even gonna connect on a punch. Let's be real.
Bro,
Bruh,
boxing
you
is
still keep-
harder than football.
It's way harder.
Boxing is harder, way
I don't
harder.
think so, man.
Dog, I
Bro,
was
you gotta realize,
I barely practiced, bro.
bro,
I didn't practice at
bro,
all.
Vic, you talking about going 18 weeks, but after every NFL play, they get 30 seconds to rest.
Yeah, what?
Boxing, you just in there throwing haymakers for 3 minutes.
That's not even true too. That's the sluggers, right? Because if you look at somebody like Mayweather, he's going to tell you there's a difference between boxing and slugging. Not everybody's a slugger. That's again, which makes my point. Everybody is not a slugger.
No,
Mayweather is not a slugger.
running in the ring. If you run in the ring for 3 rounds, you will be tired as shit. Like I'm telling you,
I'm not saying it's not physically imposing, but that's what I'm saying. That's about all you got.
Okay, so
Football
why
is way more mentally taxing.
You said
when you're going to Ranger school and all that other shit, like when you're going to Ranger school, it's not hard because of the stuff they're asking you to do. It's hard because they physically wear you down. And then you have to think. So now if you're in boxing, you're physically worn down and you don't want this person to beat you down or kill you, bro. Like you can die. Like in football, the chances of you dying are much lower than in boxing.
But what we're making it seem like it's the slap competition. Like you're not just standing there getting punched in the face and then say, "Oh yeah, now it's my turn." No,
like I don't know what that reference, but we're
you got to think too. So look, in the NFL you got protection. In boxing, there's no protection. So a blow to the head with no protection is different from a blow to a head with the helmet on.
So that makes it easier, bro. Like I don't have to worry
Nah,
about
I don't mean that it's easier, bro. You got it, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm not saying I'm this all-time QB, but bro, I'm telling you, I play a little something. You know, I could throw it. Angel, I got a highlight tape, bro. And it's not easy, bro, because you got to think of so many things at one time, bro.
Boxing, bro. Like have you done both?
Huh?
Yes, I have.
You done both?
I have.
I've trained. Tahir trained too.
Bruh, I I have done boxing training, like again, and that's
Okay,
why I keep
hold
screaming.
on.
I'm
You
not
played
saying that. Oh my
football
gosh,
in high school, but did you ever do a boxing match? That's what I'm saying. Have you had a boxing match?
yes, that's what I'm telling you. Like, bruh, I've
No.
been a quarterback. I have been a quarterback, and
Vic,
I have been
Vic
in a
probably got
boxing ring.
CTE from the boxing match, bro.
I've actually boxed before, bruh.
How
That's
many
what I'm
rounds
telling
you
you.
go, bro?
But like I said, what you're making it seem like is everybody out there is fucking Mike Tyson or Evander Holyfield. That's not the case.
We're
Like,
talking
bruh,
pro. We're not
I
talking
understand that it
outside
is
the street.
because again, what you're doing is like I said, you're focusing on one aspect, which is
No.
yes, it's
I can play
physically
quarterback
imposing,
out the street. Like we can go outside right now. I can complete some passes. I've done it before. So just what are we saying?
bruh. Like, but see, that's not NFL.
That's how you're saying basketball. I mean, boxing is.
Nah,
But
Yeah,
what
nah.
you no, but what you're saying, what you're missing is we're not saying that this is just regular football. We're not saying this is flag football. We're saying NFL football. We ain't
So we're
saying
talking about
XFL.
professional
We ain't
boxing,
saying
guys.
Arena League. We're saying NFL football. Have you?
We're talking
When's the
about
last time you
professional
actually
boxing.
heard an NFL play call?
A
Bruh,
professional
like, have you actually listened to an NFL play call? And these
Shit is
motherfuckers
crazy.
gotta do this shit 40, 50 times
Bro,
a
come
game.
on, bro. NFL play call.
That's
What?
crazy,
Bro, anybody
This is-
knows that, bro.
You
Everybody-
are so
Okay,
capped,
okay,
bro.
hey, there you go. Go ahead, get me an NFL play call. Go ahead.
Bro,
Z left, right,
I can't,
fling.
like,
Omaha.
That
Nice.
ain't it.
bro,
That
bro,
ain't it.
bro,
It
Nope.
is. I bet you that is play.
Hey, can you pull up
Z,
the Drew Brees
Z is the
joint?
Z receiver. X is the slot. Z. So they say ZX. Come on, man. Everybody.
Bro,
like,
so do you know that you're calling the run, the pass, the block, scheme, everything in an NFL play call, bro?
Yes.
and you have 6 months to learn how to do that. That like, and matter of fact, you do it your whole life. Matter of fact, you gradually start off where you do smaller plays until you get all the way to the league, and you have 18 years, 19 years, whatever, till you get to the NFL. Well, actually, you got 23 years. You're 20-something, 3 years old. When you're in boxing, you're 19, and you're fighting guys who might be 180 who drop down to like 120, and they've been fighting their whole life. And I'm sorry, like it's definitely harder. Like,
First of all, ain't nobody dropping 180 to 120. That's not happening. Like,
That's
the battles might
definitely
lose 20, 40 pounds even
people
pushing
be
it.
walking around 180 who dropped to 120 to box.
And they probably got their ass whooped. Ask Roy Jones.
I'm not saying they dropped it immediately. I'm saying they dropped their weight in camp and like that. That's what I'm called. I'm telling you. That Haney rocked on 180.
I just can't
And
believe
ask
this.
Roy Jones how that shit worked out for him. Like that, like dropping that
Actually, Roy
weight.
Jones went up. Roy Jones went up in weight and lost.
Hey,
Because he
either
went
way,
from light heavy.
with that weight class, raising and dropping your weight, trying to do that boxing. Like again, there's a reason why.
So,
Yes, there's.
When you're talking about boxing, you're talking about amateur boxing, and we're talking about pro football. We're not talking about pro
I'm
boxing.
not even talking about amateur boxing. I'm talking about boxing. Period. I'm talking you. Like I said, that's why I keep bringing up Mayweather. I'm bringing up Tyson. I'm bringing up Holyfield. I'm bringing up the elitists of the league, and you keep talking about a flag
Mike
football.
Tyson than to play.
You named a flag football call. You said XYZ WXABC. Like nigga, that was not an NFL play call.
I didn't say that actually, but I said X left 45Z Omaha. That's the difference between.
That is not a play call, bro. Omaha is maintaining call for an audible.
Hey, there you go.
Bro, you didn't say the run. You didn't say the pass. You didn't say what the tight end's supposed to do.
You're telling me it's going to be a run play and a pass play? I just called a pass play. And you telling me I'm calling
No, like
But
I'm saying, what the running back got to do?
See, and this is what tells you that you don't know what
you're
you're
saying.
about.
It's easier to block Mike.
NFL quarterback has to tell every single player on the offense what to do. Every single player. So even if it's not a run play, he still has to tell the running back where to block. He has to tell the lineman where to block and how to block, which direction. He has to tell the receivers. He has to tell the slot. There's 2, 3, 4 receivers out there. He has to tell each and every single one of them what to do on every single play. You just said XYZ.
Hold on a second.
Omaha.
The craziest take I've ever heard. You said you'd rather box Mike Tyson in his prime than play quarterback in the NFL.
No, that's not what I said.
But you just said it was easier, right?
Bruh, I said that it is more. Yes, it is more difficult to
It's
be
easier
an
to fight
NFL.
Mike Tyson
No,
than to play quarterback in the NFL.
no. Again, that's what I said. You're not listening. I
That's
didn't
what we're
say
talking about
that
here.
being a
What are you
boxer
talking
was
about?
was not difficult. That's what you keep trying to put apples and oranges together. I said that it is more difficult.
Pro boxing and NFL. You said yes. I said, and you said the elite just now, and you said Mike Tyson, the elites, and I just said you would rather fight Mike Tyson than be a quarterback, and you said no, I'm not saying that. So what I'm saying it is easier to be
I
a
didn't say what
quarterback.
I would rather do. No, I'm not telling you what I would rather do. I'm just telling you which one is more difficult.
What's easier?
Like, bruh, I would rather not jump out of an airplane. That don't mean that niggas don't do it.
Is it easier to play quarterback or fight Mike Tyson? I guarantee you it's easy to play quarterback.
Play
You're gonna
defense
get up
against
tomorrow,
who?
be fine. You're gonna get up tomorrow, be fine. Might not be good. You'll probably get pulled in the first half. But if you go in the ring with Mike Tyson, you're gonna have to sit there and get knocked out. You can get you can run the football. You don't even have to pass.
I'd rather take a hit from Cam Chancellor head on than fight Mike Tyson.
I don't know about that because I damn sure don't want to take no hit from Ray Lewis. And if you got Ray Lewis and Terrell Suggs both coming at you at the same time,
take a hit from Ray Lewis and pads,
bruh, these guys was these guys was wilding. They are wilding.
Bro, y'all tripping, bro.
Yo, you tripping, bro.
Y'all wilding,
bro. Because y'all keep talking about the quarterback position, but there's like 21 other positions in football.
Exactly.
Quarterback's the hardest.
Boxing is way harder, but y'all talking about one position, and it's like 90% of other positions. Or basketball, baseball, boxing is better than 90% the other positions in football.
Huh?
See, but again, what y'all are only focusing on is the physical.
Yeah,
that's what I keep screaming, y'all. There is more aspects to football than just the physical.
Look, boxing is more mental, but football takes more IQ. If that makes sense.
So you telling me a D lineman is more skillful than boxing?
No. We didn't say football. We said the NFL quarterback. What? Like now you're bringing other shit into it. That's like saying, would you rather be a trainer or would you rather be a linebacker? Like, bro, we're talking about a boxer and an NFL quarterback. We're not talking about linemen. We're not talking about running backs. We're talking about which one is more difficult. Now, again, which one is more physically imposing? Absolutely boxing.
We're not talking about IQ. We're talking about what is more difficult.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. As a whole, because again, you're only discussing the physical.
If I'm
football
the quarterback,
is physical and mental.
I can be dumb as a box of rocks, and I can run the ball. I can play just like Tebow. I can do all that dumb stuff and still be on the team. But in boxing, if I don't know what I'm doing, you're gonna get killed.
I can be dumb as a box of rocks and have a chin. They put the dumbest of the dumb in there. Come on, some of the dummies, the biggest dummies are in a boxing ring. And they got a chin. They're like, hey,
bro,
you got a chin.
I'm not gonna lie though. We could really make the argument that boxing takes more IQ than football. Y'all not ready for that conversation though.
Nah,
bro, because y'all acting like boxing is just punch. No, you really gotta read. Like, you really gotta read your opponent the whole fight, no matter how tired you are. If you mess up one time, your ass knocked out. If you mess up one time, you done. You out cold.
But we're still forgetting that an NFL quarterback does not have to read 11 guys.
No, but they don't. They don't though.
You're have to kill now anyway.
Hey Vic, you realize that there's literal schemes. It's not they're reading 11 guys. An NFL quarterback, if you actually know football, they're reading 1 or 2 guys per play.
Thank you.
No.
They go through their progression reads. They're reading the cornerback. If the cornerback is gonna sink on this, I'm gonna throw it under him. If he's gonna drop down, then I'm gonna throw it over his head. And then they say, that's exactly how it is.
See, now if you knew football, you would know that he has to read the play before any of that even happened.
He didn't read no defense.
You have to read the defense before anybody even moves.
Why did Mahomes say that? Mahomes has said in his first 3 years, he could barely read defense his first 3 years. That's what Mahomes said.
Yeah, okay. A lot of them can't barely read defense. They get better. That's where Mahomes wasn't the elitist of the league in his first 3 years.
The best quarterback in the league said he couldn't read defense first 3 years, and he was MVP. Come on, bro.
No, stop it. Like again, and now he is the elitist of the elite, right?
Bro.
Like
you know how you don't rest your case? Because I'm about to blow y'all whole case up right here. That's why there's a big disparity between the Mahomes and all the way down to the Tuas, bro.
Thank you.
Because if the quarterback position was so easy, we would see a lot of dudes looking like Mahomes. where there's the gap between the Mahomes and the Tuas. The gap is so large, bro, because it's not an easy position to play. Hence the fact that this is why is that the position that get paid the most?
Why do boxers get paid more? Why is there less boxers who are great? Floyd Mayweather makes more
No,
money than any.
but you know why? You know why I think they get paid? I think they get paid because how grueling the sport is, bro. Because
Yes.
just like you said, you're putting
It's
you
harder. Yeah.
No, it's
no,
physically
it don't
imposing.
right. That's the difference, bro. Listen to what he just said.
We're gonna pay you less money. We're gonna pay you more money because it's easier.
Okay, so let me ask you this. This is how we can do this. So what's harder? Doing like let's say laying cement or let's doing some construction work or software program or software development writing program. What's harder?
Depending on what
Oh,
construction is. Depending on what
You see
construction
what
you're
I'm
doing.
saying? You
Oh,
see?
wait. Hey, Neil, here you go. Wait a minute, because Jared brought that one up. So let me piggyback off you. Which one is harder, being a software engineer or being that military trainer that you were just talking about?
Military trainer.
You
But who
stop
get
it.
paid more?
Stop it, bro. You see?
The software engineer get paid way more. Like, bruh,
No,
come
that's not
on.
true. That's not
But
true.
the military trainer, he's physically imposing. Like, come
You
on.
run with a lie very quick. Military trainers actually get paid more because, matter of fact, some
No,
of them
we
guys.
don't. Stop, boy.
Bruh,
I
it's
wear the
the
uniform.
bruh.
You're talking about enlisted. I'm talking about the civilian guy who's the civilian military trainer gets paid more than software engineers. I promise you that. The civilian military trainer.
Bro,
Bruh,
the
I know
cap is crazy,
I know
bro.
software engineers that are making over 200 stacks. So
Right.
if a military trainer is making 200 stacks, I don't know why none of that's
You're talking
listed.
about an E5, a E7. You're talking about enlisted. I'm talking about the civilian who does it. The guy who's the civilian is making crazy money. I've talked to the guy. I've seen
word.
guys deployed make way more money.
Yo, stop, Angel. Stop.
If you're
Come
enlisted,
on,
if I'm an enlisted software engineer, I ain't making no money either. So if we play, let's compare apples to apples. If I'm
Yeah,
a
but that
software engineer in the Air Force and I'm an E5, I'm gonna make E5 money.
no, but wait a minute. But you didn't say because he said there's no NFL boxing and NFL football. So no, at the end of the day, you got boxing
What? Say that
and
one more time.
NFL. That's
Say that.
like I said. So now you trying to say, oh, you got to be enlisted. You got to be in the same.
Yeah,
You got to be in the same category
that CTE
for
done
me to
kicked
compare
in
those.
for real.
No, that's not what we were doing. There is no NFL boxing. It's either the NFL or boxing. So, bro, don't tell me I got to be a software engineer for the military for you to compare me to the military. No, I'm not saying military grade. You said boxing and football. So
Vic, where you
software
going?
engineer and
Yeah,
military,
Vic.
bro.
Yeah, Vic. I don't know where Vic done went with this one, bro.
No, he talking about no, compare the software engineers. They both got to be in the military. Like, what
No,
the
that's
hell
not
is
what I
that?
said, Vic, man. I said you're comparing a trainer who's an E5 to a software engineer who's a civilian. I said if you're comparing a civilian software engineer and a civilian military trainer, the civilian military trainer makes more than software engineer because they're training in arms, weapons. The weapons cost more than our laptops that we use as software engineers. Like those people who are training, the civilians that train the military and weapons and stuff like that are making way more than software engineers. Look it
What
up.
do they make?
They're making 300,000 probably or more.
Nah, they ain't making that.
I was saying that's cap.
They
That's
ain't making
cap.
that.
That's cap.
Cool.
That's a business owner, somebody that owns his own daycare, and he combining his dry cleaning, his laundromat, and his parking all in the same joint. Nah, that's cap.
I mean, the same thing with a software engineer. You got to run a company to make the money you talking about, or you like an executive. It's the same thing. So once you get to executive level, you can be executive anything. You're gonna make a lot of money. What are we talking about?
Shit. Well, shit. Just even a contractor not working for somebody still making $1.80.
All right, man. I'm moving on.
I'm just saying. Niggas working on it, working as a contractor, still making
Yeah.
$1.80.
We gonna table this one. We gonna lock back in on that one. All right. So let's keep it NFL. 49er owners Jed York arrested for prostitution. I mean,
Wasn't it for like $115?
was it? I don't know. I didn't hear.
Hey, son, I did hear like $100 on the drink.
Yeah,
That was,
that's
hey, Wolf of Wall Street. They
Bro, my
called that the
man.
pink sheets.
man. He couldn't even get an escort. Yo, he's doing bad. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Wolf of Wall Street. They called that the pink sheets. They couldn't get a Nasdaq. You know what I'm saying? A blue chip joint.
It's not surprising to me, man, because you remember your boy Kraft got caught up too.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, these dudes, man, what they doing? And you know what's crazy? All this shit about to blow over, and like,
They're gonna sweep that joint right under the rug.
But if
Like I
you're a
said,
player, you're gonna get suspended. You're a terrible person. But for some reason, in America, we love billionaires. So a billionaire could come around and shoot your mom, and people still gonna be like, "Well, that's a billionaire. They must have earned it." Like I don't understand that.
well,
But
see, because these guys got
Josh,
friends beyond friends, and like I said, their friends are on in the media, and they're telling them not to talk about certain things. You know what I mean? Like I said, think about even when what was it? Was it Vrabel got in trouble with the young lady? Like again, they talked about her like a dog, but they didn't talk about him at all. You know what I mean? And like you said again, when players do something wrong, oh, they talking about that for 3, 4, 5 days in a row. But like I said, it's like when some of the other guys do some of this stuff, it's like, oh yeah, it happened. All right, cool. He must have really been in a bad position. And
nah.
it's
So
really
I'm
unfortunate.
I'm reading it. Nah, that's not what happened. It says
For
San
who?
Francisco to Jerry York. It wasn't over no $100 dispute or whatever with no prostitute. The
What
law
was that joint?
enforcement it was a task force that basically created a fake ad and just caught him slipping. So this is what it says in the report. Officers with the Mahoning Valley Law Enforcement Task Force wrote that York identified himself as a man named Joe in response to an ad. They created an ad for prostitution, and it was posted by an undercover officer posing as a woman on a known prostitution website. York contacted the undercover officer twice Saturday with no response before the undercover officer responded to a third message sent Sunday and offered to meet that morning in Ohio. And then when they pulled up in Ohio, they arrested him.
Yeah, but how much was the ad for? That was, I
So
think, what the
But I heard
$100
it's like
was.
100.
That's what I'm saying.
It was $120. I heard.
Yeah.
it said, okay, so it says officers arrested York after he arrived at the agreed upon meeting location, the Wheat Hill mobile home community, with both the phone used to communicate with the fictitious prostitute and $160, which the incident
Hey,
report stated that this was agreed upon fee for 1 hour of sexual service.
See,
here's my
gotta-
thing. Here's my thing. Is like, you feel me? They saying that we could use our money to gamble, this, that, the third, but I can't spend some money for some pleasure. Like, what's going on?
That's illegal, bro.
horrible.
Yeah, so
I'm not yo. People do that all the time,
yeah.
though.
Hey,
People
Angel gonna go get some
all,
cocaine.
all the time.
Like, bro, they want me to gamble my money and lose it all, but when I actually use my money, you feel me? Like, it's an issue with that. Like,
Yo, they got to clean up these thugs in the NFL, man. That's all I got to say. They got too many thugs, man, running these teams. We need to clean that up.
Well, hold on. Well, this one I don't understand though. But he said it was a known prostitution website.
yeah,
So like, I thought it was illegal that you could just have a whole website and like they just leaving it be. And then when he used the website, now he at fault.
yeah, they just, bro, that's what they a sting operation, bro. Bro, like I said, it's gonna blow over, bro.
He's a predator, man. They was just trying to catch a predator, and they got one, man. They got to get these predators off the teams.
Nah,
They broke Chris Hansen.
I don't think you're a predator, bro. Shit, I'm
I
not
think
gonna
he's a
hold
predator.
you. Nah,
what?
nah,
He definitely, yeah, he worse than Deshaun Watson, man. He be
nah, bro. He was paying for sexual service because he know how these women is. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got
don't
no
blame
time.
women, bro.
Huh?
He's just these thugs don't know how to treat women, man.
Nah.
Nah, I see what Neil was saying,
You
bro.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, because all these women, bro, they be acting like they want
Yeah,
it, but then they
bro.
don't.
Y'all blaming the victim, man. Jerry York is over here.
Nah, nah, bro. When you get that status, bro, you better just be coming out your pocket because in the long run, bro.
Hey, what did they say? You don't
Jerry
pay them
York's
to have sex with you. You pay them to leave.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
he a billionaire he a billionaire on $100 website looking for prostitution. He's a predator. Straight up.
That's a pink sheet, son. That nigga, he bought the pink sheet. He couldn't get a Nasdaq, a blue chip joint. Like, good, like a normal joint. In my mind, I'm thinking they want a stack. They want 5 stacks. This Bible one with the pink sheet, $100 joint. Like,
Yeah.
that's a penny
Bro,
stock,
she
son.
probably was a baddie. They set her up. You know they put a fire ass pic in there,
Hey,
bro.
son, that picture was crazy.
You know the picture was crazy, bro.
That picture was crazy.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. If I was a billionaire, I seen a baddie for 100.
You see what I'm saying? You see
That's
what
a
I'm saying?
no-brainer.
That's a no-brainer, bro.
Nah,
Hey,
Jay,
Neil, get your bail money to here's going down.
Yeah.
that's like you know you're seeing a scam and you just go for it anyway. Like,
No,
bruh,
for sure, though, for sure. He had to lock in. He wasn't locked in, bro. It had to be a super baddie, bro. It had to be a super baddie because he was definitely not locked
That
in.
shit had to be
people
AI,
love
bro.
billionaires, bro. Because if this was Shador Sanders, we would be on him. That's what I'm saying. People love billionaires, so I'm covering it like he's Shador Sanders. Because if Shador Sanders got caught with a prostitute for $100, we would have all killed him right now. So I'm killing Jared York the same way. I'm just letting y'all know.
Dude, nah, bro, I'm still being Shador.
Y'all got quiet because y'all know y'all would have killed Shador. Like, come on,
No,
Shador.
Angel the only one would have just straight killed
No,
him,
bro.
bro.
You trying to
I'm
be a
with
star, you gotta
Shador,
lock
bro.
in. Come on,
I'm
bro.
with Shador, bro, because they're gonna tell him like, yo, you could go die for this country. You feel me? You could go do this and that, the third with your money. You gotta go pay us some taxes, but I can't pay a shorty to give me a good time.
Not if you're a billionaire, bro. You don't pay for $100, bro. You gotta go. You gotta be more discreet. He's a
Yeah.
clown, man.
Why gotta be all that, Jared?
Hey, man, I'm
Because
covering
the
them.
man looking for a good happy ending.
I'm covering them just like they covered Shador, Deshaun, all these people who weren't convicted. He gonna get covered the same way. He got a misdemeanor. He's a criminal, straight up.
Most billionaires are criminals. So I mean,
There we go. Let's cover him like they are. He's a criminal.
And see, that's my thing. My thing is, I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? Like again, when you got that kind of status, you know, even in like as an example, the drug game or whatever may have you. Like again, even when we talk about like Jaden Daniels, we blaming him, but we like, yo, he got a team. He got a team, right? Drug game. Hey, you got tears. You got a team. You don't talk to me. You talk to my man. And in my mind, I'm really utterly surprised that his team didn't watch out better for that. You know what I mean? Like you said again, especially with him being a billionaire, him having money, like, and you know that this shit is illegal already. Like, bruh, you that's what you got your mans for. You know what I mean? You have your mans, check the joint out, make sure she good, make sure she, you know what I'm saying, make sure she is who she say she is. And if anything go down, hey, bro, you just gotta take this rap. You know what I mean? I'll bail you out, and then we'll go ahead and go from there. But my name stay clean. I'm surprised that he didn't do that. Like in my biased opinion, that was just careless.
Jared York,
again, especially being on a website. Now I don't know if he's used the website before or if it was a new, you know what I mean, but they said it was a well-known website, but I don't know if it was his first time. But at the end of the day, my thing is, when you're a billionaire, you gotta protect yourself. As an example, again, Jaden Daniels, I love bringing my man up because again, I feel like he's an example for a lot of positive things. His mama tells you, my biggest job, not my only, but my biggest job is watching out for these slimmies that are trying to, get him for his money.
Nah,
Mom
mom wilding though. Mom
Yeah,
wilding.
I'm about
Mom,
to say, yo, mom is wild, bro.
his mom
Hey,
wild, bro.
if Jaden Daniels, like you said, we got to cover him like we cover Shador. If Jaden Daniels' mama say, "Yo, I'm gonna protect my man at all costs," why didn't your boy have somebody protecting him at all costs? Well, at least for $100, he ain't had nobody protecting him.
because he's
I
a
feel like that
He
was
a
careless.
grown man at the end
Yeah,
of the
that's
day.
it. Yeah, I'm about to say he a grown man. He made
So
those
was
decisions.
Jaden Daniels. He a grown man.
He's a dumb.
Nah.
His mom always let
Jaden
him
Daniels a
fuck
mama boy, bro. Mom
Don't
been.
matter.
Jared York needs to be in jail, bro. Like, you do.
Shit,
Jared
lock
going
us
Super
both
Saiyan.
up, man.
See, somebody like to fire on Jared. He going Super Saiyan trolling. God damn.
Hey, nah, I'm giving them the same coverage they give our guys. So stop covering
Hey,
our guys like that, and
they
I'll
need
stop
to
doing
lock
that.
both of us up there, man.
Yeah.
Like Jared, like
Angel going
Angel
down,
straight up
bro.
too.
He
Well,
go
they
there.
give a Super Saiyan trolling.
Angel going down.
Nah, bro.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know if that was Shador Sanders who did that. We'll be the take, bro. Let's be
Bro,
real.
I ain't gonna start like that. Yeah, we will be lighting them up. I ain't
So why would
I ain't
you
got
take the green ass?
Nah,
If
I'm
it
not
was
gonna lie.
Shador, I would just say that, you feel me? he had a rough preseason
Stop
game and needed to relieve some stress.
that.
Nah, cause y'all, bro, I'm gonna tell you how it ain't the same because
Love
they was
saying that
knocking
stuff.
on, they knocked on Deshaun. Deshaun was
No, that's
basically doing.
different though.
Was
No,
I
Yeah,
thought
he
I
was.
thought
Bro,
he was paying the joints off when they was massaging him.
yeah, it was.
He
yeah,
Especially
but
was.
don't
some
forget
he like
Justin Tucker though.
harassing him though.
I ain't hear that he was harassing him.
Oh, hold on. You know the difference? Deshaun Watson did not go to jail because he actually he got convicted, but he wasn't arrested. Like he didn't. Sorry, they didn't. What is it called? You got arrested, but you didn't get convicted. He wasn't.
He
They
was
found him not.
accused. He was
He was
accused.
accused, but not guilty. This guy
Right.
was caught red-handed. He's guilty, so he's worse. He's a criminal. Deshaun Watson
But his
actually.
lawyers going to finagle him out of that. Them lawyers,
Hey, he's gonna have to get
you know
committees.
why? You know why they gonna finagle him out?
Let me
Because
ask.
he ain't really purchased a prostitute.
Let me ask
So
you a question.
even though he was in the process, hold on. Because even with Robert Kraft, bro, Robert Kraft was caught red-handed too.
Criminal, straight criminal.
Mhm.
And my man Robert Kraft Euro stepped out of that and bro got put into the Patriots Hall of Fame, bro.
So yeah, I was gonna say that was they ain't make him sell the team. They ain't
Right.
say that he was an embarrassment to the league.
Nothing.
He got none of that.
If any of us was caught in that same situation, what would happen?
Oh no, we're
We'd be
fried.
divorced immediately.
We're fried.
Okay, so why are we covering for a billionaire? I don't understand.
Oh, I'm not
Bro,
covering for
I
him.
don't understand.
bro.
I'm not going. My take
It's
was
love
that
billionaires.
he should have had people protecting him. That was my take on it. I agree with everything y'all Super Saiyan Jared and Super Saiyan Angel saying. You know what I'm saying? I agree with y'all. My take was just he should have just had better protection. I don't know why his team, his team of peoples ain't protecting him. Make sure that's the Slimmy.
If you do the crime, you do the time, man.
Nah, he definitely should go to jail though.
Hey, Jared, only
Oh
you can
no,
prevent forest fires.
he's not going to jail, bro.
No, but Deshaun Watson, bro, he had 27 different women, bro, go up to him, bro. That's
Accused.
crazy.
I mean, you could set up a bot to do that and accuse people.
How
It's
many
alleged.
how many did Justin Tucker have? Because see, we forgetting about that one too. That was
Yeah,
another
see
one.
that one went quiet. What's up with
He didn't
They
have
just
Nobody
traded my
27.
man, and then that was the end of that story.
I'm about to look it up right now. I
Yeah,
thought it was only one.
I thought Justin Tucker had at least like 2-3 of them joints, but like again, they just traded my man. They sat him on the bench for a couple weeks, traded him away, and then they called it a day.
who they sent them to?
I don't even know.
You would never see nobody like Magic Johnson doing something like this.
Fuck out of here. You know he doing some slimy
Yo.
shit.
Jared about to say, see, that's why LeBron James is the GOAT.
You know he
Nah,
doing.
There you
nah,
go.
LeBron James did something like that, bro.
Stop.
No, come
No,
on, man. Now
I
you
You
heard
see
it.
what I'm saying, bro? Stop, bro.
man.
I'm
Nah,
not
but
even
LeBron really
lying.
not safe though, bro.
Yeah, LeBron
We
not
heard
safe.
about
That's what I'm
LeBron.
saying.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Ain't no party like Diddy party, bro.
Bro,
Hey, so
no,
they had the
stop,
beginning
stop.
party, then they had the after
Right,
party.
they had right. Stop,
No,
bro.
come on.
There was levels to their
Everybody
parties.
was at Diddy joints, bro. Come on.
The video would have been released by now.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
All the rest of them did.
Bro, this man Diddy about to get released. On top of that,
Straight up.
Yeah,
He about to get released.
He'll be out by next year.
Jerry York should be up there with Diddy.
Y'all sick, bro.
Jared talking about so Diddy been in jail. Jared York been a little lonely.
That's his boy. That's where he got the food from. $100 shorties up in Harlem.
All right, so since we on the topic of sickness, what's up with y'all boy Enos Cantor, bro? What's going on over there?
Hold on, cause I thought he was supporting the woman this whole time. Is he not?
I mean, he trolling
trolling,
hardcore.
I thought he was like trying to make a point. Like,
Yeah, that's all.
He
That's
is.
what I'm saying. I thought he was making a point.
But it ain't.
He
I don't
is.
think it's in support of the women though. I think he's just saying like how the rules or how they're governed over there is super flawed or whatever.
So long story short, really, you got Enos Cantor and Royce Wright. From what I understand, both MAGA, da da da, which aids, and I feel like they're using Sophie Cunningham, like again to again fuel this MAGA movement because again it's been dying out drastically, but we'll save that for another day. But long story short, yes, Sophie Cunningham came out and said that trans, I don't know what the technical term of it is, trans women or trans men. I don't know how you technically say it, but men transitioning to women should not play in women's sports, right? And now again, I don't again because the MAGA movement has just been dying out so badly. Now that's like the only straw that they have left to grasp onto. Again, people once they realize it's not the red versus the blue, the right versus the left, Dems versus Republican. It is literally the rich versus the poor, but people just aren't educated enough to understand that. So they try to find these little things that of the subtle differences between the two because yes, the left primarily believes in a lot more freedom and liberty as far as life is concerned, and the right is a lot obviously conservative, and they say, hey, you either a man, a woman, there is no trans, there's no homosexuality, that sort of thing. So bringing that back to Enos Cantor, Royce White actually ran for senator, if I'm not mistaken, got blown the F out, because again, don't nobody know who that clown is. But anyway, so now their thing is, oh, see, they're using that to fuel their movement as far as what their political beliefs are. And now again, they're just trying to hype it up even more. So yes, it is just a straight troll, right? So even when he shows up at the basketball game, with a woman and the description and all that other kind of stuff, again, it's trolling. I feel like it's extremely unnecessary, but a lot of this really, in my biased opinion, goes back to the actual WNBA and the commissioner. At this point, they need to make a statement, right? They're trying to play neutral. They're trying to stay out of it. They're trying to, make everybody happy. But in the large reality of it, they just need to come out and make a statement and say, no, the WNBA is for genetically, born women. That is what our league is. That's what we stand on, and we will continue. We're talking about 0.001% of athletes in the world. And yes, there are scenarios where, like again, there have been men that transitioned to women, and did their sports, right? Was it Leah? I can't remember the last name, that was a swimmer for Penn State, right? And of course, then you got people that she wasn't good at all with the men's, right? She was in like the top 100, 200, as far as the men's. But then she transovers to the women, and now she's an elite, right? She's in the top 5. She's in the, finishing, getting championships and trophies. So the women there now feel like, hey, that's not fair. Now, to bring this all back home, and I'm just close this out because I know I rambled on it. Dave Chappelle made this joke about this whole thing like 6-7 years ago on his Netflix special and said, what if LeBron James decides, oh, I want to be a woman today? He's going to go in there and he's going to drop 200 points, right? So when Dave Chappelle said the joke, again, everybody understood it. They believed it. Hey, it is what it is. And they moved on. Now, all of a sudden, because again, of the political climate that we're in, that is the only thing that they have just to really hold on to. But it is still what it is. If LeBron James decides one day, yes, I'm going to go play in the W, he's going to drop 200 points. It's not going to be fair, and it's going to take away the whole essence, which will we go back to what we said a couple weeks ago. They just need to maybe potentially create their own league, their own trans league, and allow them to do it that way. So yes, it's all a whole bunch of trolling. It's all for nothing. It's all for political gain. And it's really taking away the essence of how great the WNBA is right now. Sorry about that. I rambled on that one.
So are they saying that is the rule in WNBA is if you identify as a woman, you can play in the WNBA?
They just retracted it, but they don't want to say it out in public because they know it'll be a PR nightmare because that's part of the group that they try to market to. So they can't sit there and say that, but they basically put a rule where you basically have to be born a woman, but they're not going to put it out publicly.
Yeah. They're gonna hide it in the CBA, the bargaining agreement. And like I said again, and they're gonna, because Enos Cantor already said, hey, I want, I want to be, in part of the draft. And they're like, yeah, you're not eligible. I think they came out either today or yesterday and said, yeah, you're not eligible to be in the draft.
The WNBA got to be smarter. If you know you're getting trolled, you got to troll back. So okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cantor, you want to come to the games? You're basically putting us on television instead of throwing them out. Let them come to every game. Let people watch who don't even watch WNBA. Then it's like, hey, you want to declare for the draft? Let them declare for the draft, and then you know what? Nobody drafts them. Do them just like Shador. Like that's all you got to do. But these people now are
Yeah.
so by
I would
little
I would
stuff.
have made a clause like he would have had to pay to get into the draft, like five
And
mil, 10 mil.
nobody would have drafted him. He would have looked like a fool. So it's like when somebody trolls you, let them be a troll and let them. At the end of the day, trolling never works long term, especially with people who are sound. But the thing is, the way the WNBA reacted to it made it a bigger story than it had to be, and
Mhm.
it could have been died down by now.
Yep, big facts.
Yeah.
And that's why again I kept screaming. They need to either put out their statement or just do something. But like again, move the F on. And again, like again, shout out. Damn it, I just lost her name just that fast. Young lady from Chicago that got into it with Enes Cantor. I mean, like again, what she's calling these guys, homos,
Nah, I thought
for
that
throwing.
was a bit much though. She went, that was too much. That
What
was too much.
for when these guys are throwing dildos on the basketball court? I mean, come
No,
on,
no,
man.
no. I'm saying when she got into it with Enos though.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that I mean, again, like again, to me that was a Reggie Miller, Spike Lee, or Marcus Smart and the dude that he got into it with Oklahoma State. Those interactions are gonna happen. I'm not mad about that.
I'm
Like I
just
said, I
saying
was
because
giving
it
her.
it go it go back to Jared's point, right? Like they know he trolling. So why even blow up and get upset and do all those antics? Because the best way to kill somebody is with silence, right? Like if they act like this dude don't even exist, he gonna be sitting there feeling dumb. But when you give him the reaction that he's looking
Oh, yeah,
for, bro, like he got a W that day.
Yeah,
yeah.
He got a
that's
W
that's
that day.
His shirt and everything was on TV.
Yeah, shirt, everything. You know what I'm saying? He's smirking and smiling, bro. They should have just let it. You know what I'm saying? Let him look like a fool on the sideline with a woman T-shirt on. I am a woman T-shirt or whatever the fuck he had on there.
Yeah, nah. I was saying I was giving her a shout out for like saying her comments against these quacks throwing dildos on the basketball
Yeah, that's
court.
a lot. I don't know about all that. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I was giving her a shout out for that. You know what I mean? Like again, I mean the whole thing. Like because again, I don't know what her experiences are, so that's why I don't want to down her or dismiss her feelings and everything of her interaction with Enos Cantor. Like again, that's why I've been telling even like I said some folks that we can't dismiss what people have been going through or what they've been through in their lives. You know what I mean? So I don't know what it is that with Enos that may have triggered her. So I'm not going to tell her that she was wrong or anything of that nature. Like I said again, that's what I said. For me personally, I want to give her a shout out for like I said that because it ruins the game. It happened once. It was like okay, hi, that was kind of funny. Because it happened once, but then, like I said, dude, it's been an ongoing thing. These cats, like I'm like, yo, why do these dudes keep going and spending their hard-earned money on dildos and then throwing these joints on the basketball court? Like, I mean, come on, man. I mean, how
Bro, how
childish is
how
this?
how is that shit getting past the security checkpoint, bro?
yeah, that's
That's what
true.
I want to know.
They
Yeah,
plant it in a butt. They ain't walking through.
you ain't have to share that with us, bro. I ain't gonna know
That's
that.
a take your grandmother don't want to make.
No way he said that, bro.
That's the only thing I can think of, cuz.
Pulling the angel, bro.
Wow, nah, he's wild.
They go- they gonna start having to have everybody bend over and cough before they come in the
Bro,
arenas, man. Come
That's crazy, dog.
that's crazy, bro. That's all I'm saying. This world, bro, this world getting sick, bro.
on.
It's
Yeah. No, but like again, I mean, that's my biggest thing is, I mean, again, there's always been incredible basketball with the W. You know what I mean? Like again, I felt bad that viewership had gone down at one point, and shout out to all the ladies that have gotten it back out to the level that it is, and like I said, they're expanding. They're bringing back the Toronto team and Portland and Golden State, and I think Detroit's supposed to get another team, and they got it lined up for X amount of teams to be joining within these next 4 or 5 years. So like again, big ups to the W on this stuff. I just wish that like again we could talk more, or it would be more about like again how dope these girls are playing. Because like as an example, someone like Olivia Miles is playing crazy right now, but we're so busy talking about Enos Cantor. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's unfortunate for this young lady on her rookie year, like just killing. I mean, she literally broke homegirl's ankles with for Golden State the other night, but we talking about Enos Cantor. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Like that's the unfortunate stuff to me. You know what I mean? We got cats like,
problem is
huh?
the, the problem is we have to act like we have to agree with everything to be on a side, and like everyone is on the extreme left or right side, but
Yeah.
there's middle ground. Like
Right.
you can agree that you have transgender friends and you want the best for them without wanting them to be in the WNBA. Like
Mhm.
that's two
Yeah.
different subjects. And I feel like everybody's melting things together because nobody wants to talk directly. Like, hey, that's why I said in our last podcast where we talked about this, let's have a transgender league. Like you could say, hey, we support the transgender community, but we want to make a league so they can have one of their own, or something like that, or even
Mhm.
find something, whatever. But we think it can be just unpopular. You can be positive without being negative and taking opportunities away from somebody. But it's just like if you had Enos Cantor and Royce White playing the WNBA, physically it's unfair. It's like it's almost like a man boxing a woman. We don't want to see that. Like we
Right.
don't want to see the brutality. In one way, we're talking about stop physical violence, but then we're trying to put them in an arena where physically they have no choice but to be violated at a certain point. It's like we got to be smarter with these conversations, but nobody wants to have the tough conversation and speak through it. But everybody just wants to throw their hands up and be like, "Oh, if you don't agree with every single point, then you're on the opposite side," and
Mhm.
that's not reality.
Yeah.
And that's why I
So
said
now
again,
what?
it's the rich versus the poor. It's not right versus left, or blue versus red. Like again, and to you could be even a particular religion and not agree with every little aspect of your religion, or say you could be a particular race and not agree with every little aspect of your race, or like again, it just is what it is. I mean, I don't, and I agree 1,000%. I don't understand why you have to agree with every little thing to be on a side. I mean, that's even for me. That again, my thing is, hey, that's why there's growing numbers of independents. You know what I mean? Because it's like, yo, no, I don't agree with every little thing on this side, and I don't agree with every little thing on that side, and I don't agree on how y'all going about it. Especially in today's world, where like I said, now there's more media, than ever before. Whereas back in the day, you only had newspapers, then you had the radios, and then TV, and now you got social media and phones and all that kind of stuff. So your ability to have access to the information that you need, or to say that I don't have the access to the information I need, is kind of inexcusable at this point, because there's so many different outlets and so many different variations of ways to get the information that you need. But again, my thing is, hey, cool. And in my mind, I thought things like sports and music, and arts were supposed to bring us together. But I feel like again, you got certain parties that are just trying to use that stuff to tear us apart. One thing is that, no, I'm not, me personally, I'm not gonna let trolls like that ruin the sport for me. And like I said, and that's what I'm talking about. Like I said, the Olivia Miles and the Fees and the B Stewies, because B Stewie's still gonna be my all-time favorite female basketball player. I'm never gonna go against B Stewie. So I want to talk. I enjoy that kind of aspects of it. These clowns that's trying to ruin it. Like you said, because we don't agree with 100% of what one says versus the other. Nah, not gonna happen.
Wait, Beef Stewie, is that Isaiah Stewart?
No, that's
No,
Brianna
bro.
Stewart.
Bro.
Yeah, you can too.
Somebody, yeah,
Wait, hold
somebody,
on. Y'all know Isaiah Stewart? He from my city,
Where,
Rochester.
Rochester, yeah.
bro? I thought he was from. I don't know. Actually, I don't have no clue where he's from.
No, I'm talking about Brianna Stewart. Used to play with UConn, drafted to the Seattle Storm, moved over to the New York Liberty.
Who was the one girl who just hit the game winner the other night? That three.
Olivia Miles, is that who you talking about?
Yeah.
It was against the Aces. I feel like.
I don't know.
Let me check. Actually,
Bro, women's sports really evolving though. Like
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like it's watchable. Like people are trying to make it sound like it's unwatchable, but it is.
Yo, Asia Wilson is a dog, bro. I don't care what nobody says.
Yo,
And she
but I
Yeah.
was saying this the other day. I
Yep.
don't like her play style. Like she's good in statistics. She got the stats. But like when I was watching her, it was kind of like they pass her the ball and she just go up with it.
Who you talking about? Asia Wilson?
Yeah.
she kill it though.
I was gonna say, yeah, she a straight killer. I mean, sometimes that's just all you got to do. Just give it to her and get the hell out the way. Like,
I
Bro,
get it.
bro.
I get it.
When you look,
I get this take because like normally the YNs like players who got more moves, they got more wiggle to their game, they got more dribbling or whatever, or like they don't like just a player just one dribble shot. But for the old school guys, that's how you're supposed to play. The more dominant you were, less dribbles, the less movement. But
well, see, again, it's all about efficiency, right? You know what I mean? Again, you got to remember, she's not a point guard. She's not a shooting guard. She's really a power forward / center. You know what I mean? Her numbers are stacked with rebounding and, then, of course, 2-pointers. So, as an example, she had the most rebounds in a single season at 451, if I'm not mistaken. And that was just recently broken by Angel Reese this year, last night, if I'm not mistaken, now 452. Rebounds for a single season. So no, her stats aren't going to be the fly and flashy, and that's what again
first,
made
that's
people.
solid. It's
Yeah.
just
Like
her,
she averaged like
play style.
26.
Oh,
You
I'm
talking
sorry,
about play
not her stats. I meant her game. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
style.
Let me rephrase that. It's not that her game is going to be fly and flashy. That's why people enjoy, the Caitlin
Caitlin
Clarks,
Clark.
and like I say again, and that's where Olivia Miles comes in, and the Sabrinas, and like I say again. So there are women out there, that got a little bit more flash to the game. I can't knock it, But as an example, you got big fundamentals on the NBA side, and Tim Duncan. His game wasn't flashy, but he's in my top 5 of all time. You know what I mean? It's just
People would hate Tim Duncan today. Like I'm just saying, this is where
yeah,
the game of basketball in general and the younger generation likes more of the flashy type game. That's
yeah.
just
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. Y'all be seeing Kelsey Mitchell?
no, I don't know that.
Yeah,
That's
Kelsey, she's the one that led Indiana last year when
Hey,
Caitlin Clark was injured, and that's
she,
where, like I
Yeah,
said, irritated some people because again, it was one of those, hey, Caitlin Clark was getting all the pub, you know what I mean? But it's like, yo, wait a minute, you got Kelsey Mitchell out there that's still balling, she's dropping 25, 30 points a game, and she's doing it without Caitlin Clark. So now that you got the
she
two
dropped like
together,
37, other like 35 or something.
you got to go
yeah,
But
back
like
to
I'm not
the
gonna
topic.
her and Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark, like the best backcourt in the league, bro.
Let's be real, dog. I don't understand why people are mad that Caitlin Clark gets coverage. Because at the end of the day, you went from making like 40, 50,000 to making like 4 or 5 million, bro. Like,
yeah,
I don't care who it is. If you come in the league and you make that much of a difference to my pockets, we friends now, bro. Like, I'm sorry.
They don't like it because of the fans.
Yeah, I'm like, more fans come to the game. Eventually, people will move off of Caitlin Clark. They're gonna now we're talking about Olivia Miles. The people who are betting there will show out, but you needed her just like you needed Larry Bird, Magic Johnson.
I like it.
yeah, I agree
I,
1,000%. You know what I mean? And I understand how some of these women felt disrespected because again, even as an example, like I said, we were talking about Asia Wilson. She had already had what 1, 2 MVPs. Even at that point, she had already had a chip at that point.
yeah,
And again, they're already deeming her the best basketball player of all time. But like I said, again, then you got this young lady that hasn't won any championships at all,
right.
right? And she just coming in and she dribbling and shooting threes from half court. And it's like, oh, now you're gonna give the credit to her. So I understand how a lot of these women,
So
But
felt
even
disrespected.
before that, though, remember they was already they was pretty much handing her the crown, Caitlyn the
Right.
crown, even before she even dribbled one.
she's entertaining. But at the end of the day, if you're better than her or if it offends you, go out there and dominate when you play against her. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like you had women even like Angel Reese, like, hey, they're not watching it just because of Caitlin Clark. They're watching it because of me too. And I get it. You know what I mean? Like again, people enjoyed the rivalry. You know what I mean? So that obviously aided in it and stuff like that. But I understand it, right? It's like any of us. It's like, hey, we do our job to the best of our ability. And then you got this youngin that come in and all of a sudden they giving them all the credit. And it's like, yo, wait a minute. I've been here putting in, grinding, working hard, doing my thing, getting my numbers, stats, this, that, and the third. But like going back to Jared's thing, your style of basketball just isn't exactly what the people wanted to see. So it's like, hey, let's congratulate each other. Let's continue to play well. And like I said, now everybody making money. We put out a great product, everybody gonna make money. But at the end of the day, it still really is what it is. Like when Caitlin Clark was drafted, everybody's arenas numbers went up. You know what I mean? Even the Washington Mystics, they were literally in a small arena for I think like a season or two, but then all of a sudden for the Indiana Fever game, they had to move them back to the Capital One Arena. You know what I mean?
Like $5, bro. And now it's
Yeah.
like $70 to go to a WNBA game and sit in the rafters, bro. Like you can't be mad at Caitlin Clark for that. Like
Nah. And like I said again, even onto it, like I said, what was it? They had 40 of her 41 basketball games were streamed on TV. The ESPNs and all that kind of stuff. Her rookie season, when she got injured in her second year, again the numbers plummeted as far as attendance. And then now that she she was healthy again this year, numbers and everything went right back up. I mean, again, it's always a subject to talk about. But one thing I'm proud about is, like I said, they had of course, you got some of the fans that want to say, "Oh, she's being targeted. They're going after her." But you've never heard a single WNBA coach, trainer, player, commissioner, or anybody say, "Yeah, Caitlin's being targeted. We need to go ahead and do something about this." So, I mean, again, the game just is what it is. Those who really watch the basketball know how physical the women's game actually is. It's not that Caitlin was being targeted. It's just that, hey, she just got to get in the weight room. It is what it is.
Nah, but I ain't gonna hold you though. The women's sports is coming though, cause the flag coming up too.
That's the one.
Sponsored. This
Yeah,
joint
the
is
Yeah,
flag, the flag.
the flag
Flag
is coming, bruh.
I know a little bit about the flag. I ain't gonna lie.
What you know, bruh?
Mm.
I be watching it. It be valid.
Oh, you be watching it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, them joints
What?
is like the Washington, the Commanders. They sponsored a team like 2-3 years ago. You know what I mean? So this joint been on the rise for a brick.
They
Yeah,
about to
it's like since I was in high school, I think the year before, low key, like my freshman year. So they've been having it since like 2020, like right after COVID, 2021. Yo, them girls, they really love that football shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I think Uncle O coach.
Yeah, he might got
Yeah,
Monroe.
Hey, yo, you know the move is right now is start coaching, and you can be a college flag football coach making $1 million in like 10 years.
Low
I don't
Say
even know
key.
if
that.
it take that long. It might be 5.
It might be fine.
Cause you know college sports, boy, they them joints is instant paychecks.
And they're gonna be in big stadiums for that job too. What?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Cause they literally just did a report on TV today that I saw, and they said since 2016, 1 out of 4 players who have passed that used to play in the NFL had the CTE.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I
and they
saw
had
that.
so I mean again, so it's gonna get to a point where they're gonna like I said again, flag football is gonna start being the move. You know what I mean? Especially
Yeah,
or it may potentially be like the new big three type thing. You know what I mean? Where it's like, hey, those cats that don't want to play in the NFL anymore, they played a year or 2 or 3, and it's like, yo, I don't want to put my body, my mind through that no more. I'm just gonna go over here to this flag football joint, and like I said, they're gonna sell out arenas. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, 20 years from now, flag football I think is gonna be bigger than regular football.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I got to get TMC right. You see this ring I won? See my ring?
That's tight.
Yeah, bro. That was a ring. I'm going to show y'all that. We got the little rings.
Dang.
Yeah,
See?
I really do be tuning into that women's basketball though. Like, it's just crazy.
yeah,
Bro, the joint be mad entertaining. A lot of times. Like I said, the only thing, of course, that you miss is, which again, the NBA really ain't even halfway doing as much anymore. They got back to it this past season. Is really the dunking. You know what I mean? But like again, they doing the crossovers, they doing the screens, they knocking chicks over. As again, they fouling and shooting threes from half court and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They giving you the same thing the men are giving you, and like I said, and they're competitive every single night. You know what I mean? Even some of the games that are blowouts are still more entertaining than some of these NBA games that are close because again they're not just coming down court shooting 3,000 threes, and going down for the rebound. Like I mean, the joint is solid. Like I said, and again, these women they're extremely talented. Now that's one of those joints where it's like, yo, you go ahead and take the bummiest, Slimmy from the W, and think that any of us are gonna go ahead and play her, and we probably gonna get our ass mopped.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've been telling people that all the time. Like they don't believe me, but
Chat said, well, Khalil said, nah, I watch multiple games. I'd be like, oh, shoot, that's tough. But what I say more is like, yo, these dudes is trash.
That's a fact.
My boy about to get a target on his back, bro.
AJ the bouncer coming though.
Bro, you seen the price of these tickets?
Yeah, man.
For the
Son,
Wizard,
I was
the
looking at
Wizard ticket's crazy.
Yeah.
bruh, are they? I was looking at the Sixers joints. They said the average price of a Sixers ticket for a game last year was $80. The average price for preseason is already 280. So I was like, well, won't be going to a Sixers game if preseason's already 280. So
Hey,
my wife and I were like, all right, cool, let's go ahead and check out the Wizards game, man. We can take the
Bruh,
shit
right.
off,
my man AJ was playing USC and friends, bruh.
bruh.
I'm about to tell you how to do it, bro. Because I had the 76 game, but I sold it. They got the 5 game plans on the Wizards, right? And the 5 game plan it gets you a hype game, then it gets you a regular game. So you can get the 76ers package all in the 100 sections, but you got to buy 5 games. So that's gonna be like $500 if you want a good seats. If you want bad seats, if you want to sit in the rafters, it's like $20 a game. So yeah.
Yeah, nah, I ain't sitting. See, I'm a little too old for that now. You know what I mean? I'm not going to the games to watch the game from on the Megatron. Like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm at an age of stage where if I'm going to a basketball game, I
Nah,
need to be
that
down in
ass
the watch
though.
section.
No, but
Yeah.
this is the other play. This is what I did. I bought the games and I sold the other ones I was going to go to. You can do that, and
Do
you,
that.
yeah. So I just sold it. I had the 76. I mean, the 76 game going for a lot. Like, I mean, I sold my Raptors tickets. I bought it for like $27 and sold it for like 200.
Damn. What platform did you use?
It was Ticketmaster because they give it through tickets. Sorry, I said 200. It was 120. I sold it to 124, but it was $20 ticket. So
Yeah,
60.
nah.
Yeah.
Shit. Damn right, I saw that. I watched that shit on what is it, Monument Station?
Yeah. So you just go in and get that 5-game package, and you'll be able to see the 76. Because like you got to be to go to games now. You got to be creative because it's expensive as hell, bro. Like,
Yeah, it is. And see, that's what was irritating last year and the years before. When the Wizards were tanking and stuff. It's like, yo, people are paying their hard-earned money. You know what I mean? To go see some of these teams. You're paying for parking, you're paying for gas. Of course, you're going pregame or what I'm saying, go get some wings and whatnot. You're sitting at the game, you're gonna get something to drink. Da da da. By the time you done looked up, you just spent easily 100, 200, whatever dollars to
300.
go see nobody play. You know what I mean? Because the team that they play, they gonna rest their stars on those nights. You know what I mean? So now that's why I'm excited, for the area. That's why, again, even though I'm not a Wizards fan, I always like to see the teams in the areas, the Commanders, the Ravens, and, the Mystics. I enjoy seeing them, do well. Because then when I want to go see an actual game, I can go see an entertaining one. I don't have to go see the bums.
Yeah. We still got the Capital City Go-Go, bro. I'm going to G League games this year. I'm sorry, that's the only thing that's affordable these days. G League and Division Two.
Nah, the resale crazy though, man. Like that shit should be banned. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Nah, for real, you're right.
That shit should be banned, bro. Like
Yeah,
the
that's what
resale.
Nike figured that shit out. That's why Nike flooded the market.
No, but you see, with Nike's stock is tanking now. They should have kept doing what they was doing for them. They needed resellers, bro. Nobody's buying these shoes no more because they made it too easy to get. Don't nobody want no Jordans that 20 people got on in the same day. Like, who the hell wants that?
Yeah, Nike stock fell to what, like $40?
Yeah, nobody wants to wear the same shoes everybody else wearing. Like, that's retarded. Like,
they joints was up at like $200 a share, and it dropped to like $40. But like I
But
said
why
again,
though?
but they missed the mark on so many different things. You know what I mean? Like I said again, granted, they made the shoes too accessible. They made the shoes too expensive. You know what I mean? I mean, and then like I said, and then they started putting out too many shoes at one time. So they were just going weekend to
So
weekend.
okay, so talk to me because I honestly don't understand the if it's a hot drop, right? You got the flu games, right? I don't understand why you're not like making. Why are you not selling over 20,000 pairs of shoes? Because 20,000 people will buy those flu games.
this is why. Because if you make it easily accessible, nobody wants it anymore. It's just like, does anybody want to be with the person who's been with everybody? No, they want to have like exclusive. Like, it's exclusive, bro. Like, once it's not exclusive no more, like, but put it like this: if someone like it's people right now who could easily get military disability that won't even go for it because it sounds too easy to get. Anything that sounds too easy to get, nobody's gonna do it. But if
But
it's
this,
something that's
but this the thing though. This the thing because I hear what you're saying. So
it's
you
the fact,
telling me you make, let's say, 7,500 pairs of the flu games, right? When you could have made 20,000 pairs that people would have got, you make only 7,500. 7,500 people buy that, and then they resell them. Nike don't get nothing in that resale.
Correct.
so reselling is dead right now because they've been releasing the 20,000 pairs of shoes, but nobody
Yeah,
wants it. So they're not making no money either. The thing is, you have to have the resellers who want to sell it because now everybody wants it. But you know what Nike used to do that was smart is they would re-release the same shoe like 4 times a year, and everybody would be on the site looking for the same shoe, and they'd be like, I don't know if y'all remember the Panda Dunks. The Panda
yeah.
Dunks at one time were like a shock drop, right? And so basically, people will go, they shock drop that shoe like 20 times, and every single time it's sold out. But the thing is, once they made it available, nobody buys them things no more because everybody got it. So you got to have like scheduled releases so people can feel like it's exclusive. It's like the same thing with Louis Vuitton and all them other people. You got to create a demand. There's no demand when everybody has it.
Mm-hmm. And like I said again, they making the shit so expensive even just for regular. And they're missing the mark on what today's climate
Yeah,
really
no,
is.
they are sick with the
You know, so like I said, the shoes that used to be
prices.
$190 are now 215, 230.
Yeah,
And
230.
in today's climate where like again people are losing their jobs and stuff like that. And then like I said, now you add in addition that they're increasing the price on something that today's generation doesn't even really understand. You know what I mean? Like I said, Gen Z, Gen Alphas, they don't really know Jordan like that. So for them to say, wait a minute, you want me to now pay $230 for a shoe that for a nigga that I don't even really know? I was just getting it because people said it was hot. Nah, I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and throw on these Crocs and these
The
pajama
price,
pants, and I'm gonna go all the day.
the price doesn't have anything to do with it, bro. Because like if people buy Louis Vuitton over and over again, they'll buy Jordans. The problem is it's too accessible, bro. Like if Louis Vuitton, if everybody could get a Louis Vuitton, would anybody pay for it for $2,000? There's no way.
But I'm saying, like,
No.
but in my biased opinion, I agree with that. But I'm just saying that you can't miss the other aspect of today's climate, which is, like I said, the finances, because they said that what is it, over 65% of the people in today's world live paycheck to paycheck. You know what I mean? Whereas that was not a number
That
two,
doesn't matter.
two,
I'm
3 years
telling
ago.
you.
I mean,
You
I'm
know,
just saying, like, in my bias opinion, right, or in my experiences,
I'm,
right.
I'm gonna explain that economically why it doesn't matter is because in the reality is the people who be buying the most Louis Vuitton and the most expensive stuff
It's the
make
brokest folks.
is the brokest people because it's the people who need validation. You don't see billionaires walking around in this stuff. You see regular people who are trying to like validate themselves. So like that doesn't matter either. But if you don't create no demand or you don't create no exclude, the point of it was so you could walk out and people like, ooh, look at your shoes, or ooh, look what you got on. Like that's the whole point of like the Louis Vuittons, the Jordans. So it's something to make you stand out. And when you don't stand out with it no more, nobody wants them anymore. You see people wearing Jordans now, it's almost like a yard shoe. Like I'm doing yard work. I'll throw some Jordans on. Literally, that's what they
Nah,
do.
stop. I ain't
Yeah.
seen that.
Bruh. I saw a dude in the airport with a what did he have on? He had like uh he had a hoodie, a dress coat, and some crazy stuff, and he had some Jordans on, bro. I'm like, bro, Jordans is straight. Like when you see Jordans now, there's no reaction no more. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
4s, 11s, those used to be like grails. Nobody cares. If you see 4s around every day, you see 11s every day. It's not a big deal.
So what you rocking then, bruh?
New Balance.
Trees, bro.
I second that.
Trees, bro. Ain't no way you out there with them New Balances.
The
I'm gonna tell you,
96 is fine.
balance is valid.
But I'm not gonna lie though, shoes don't hit the same like they used to though.
No, they don't hit the same. I ain't
Nah,
gonna lie.
that'll tell you. They putting on
They
some
wearing
Crocs.
comfortable stuff now.
As I said, they putting on some Crocs. They what was it, them little slippers, them little
The,
comfy slippers. What them joints called?
the Yeezy slides.
Yeah.
Well, they got the Yeezy slides. I'm talking about the
Mhm.
joints that had like the little cloth at the top. They almost look like UGG
The-
slippers or something like that.
It's like
Yeah,
clones.
you know, because Angel got them shits.
Yeah.
The
Shit, I got
moccasins, the
the Yeezy.
moccasins, the mosaics. You
Yeah.
know, Angel, the ones you got, bro. Them brown ones you got.
The
Yeah.
Birkin.
The Birkin
There you go. There you go. And look,
trees.
and Costco's went ahead and copied them joints. Costco slid them
These
joints
be
out.
my rocking the Uggs.
Yeah, like just toss those in the trash right now, bro.
Yeah,
Just,
that's
yo,
trash.
just do
Yeah.
that. Just do that right now. Just,
Hey, yo, get
just do that.
Uggs, bro. Uggs.
Yeah,
And
nah, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, people they like I said they wear more stuff more comfortable. And then like I said, at the end of the day, you
John
got the
Morant.
K, you got K Cunninghams that are mad comfortable. Those were a hell of a lot cheaper. You got the D books. Like I said, those are. I'm just saying. You got the
He
Asia
said the
Wilsons, them
D-books.
joints. Like I said, people rocking them. You got of course the John Morants. Everybody
John
wearing
Morant's
them.
the one.
But I'm just saying, like all these other options that these cats got, where they can still wear signature shoes, and them joints are only costing $140. And then, of course, like I said, those go on sale. You can catch them at a Hibbit or whatever. Them joints go on sale. You can catch them joints for $80 or something like that. That's like I said. That's why Jordan's again another part of the reason why Jordans ain't selling like that.
Bro,
Damn,
I had the Anthony Edwards on during our little event, man. I'm not gonna lie though. bro, like when we was playing volleyball, bro, I twisted my ankle because they're cut. Yes, bro,
They cut
because
mad
of the
low.
cut. Yeah, they're cut low, bro.
Cut mad low.
And I'm
They
like,
put me
bro,
down.
I was cooked, bro. Even when I was balling, when I was playing basketball, bro. That's why my son sent my shit to the damn bleachers, bro. I had no hops.
Hey, son, but these cats today, they be like, I can't move in the high tops. I'm like, nigga, they not even high tops. These joints are called mids. But
Yeah,
to
bro.
them, they call high tops. I'm like, bruh.
No,
I'm like,
bro.
y'all got no ankle support on these joints. But
Yes, I need that
I feel
ankle support.
restricted.
Yeah, hell no. I need that ankle support, bro.
Me too.
Cause
But
yo,
it's understood.
I be even them cats, even on the football field, like Tahir and all them, they wear the low cut cleats. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
bro,
Serious?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, you gotta wear low
These?
cuts in football,
nah, I
bro.
can't wear the low
Cause like
cuts,
changing
bro.
What if
direction,
you're a kicker?
or not a kick, but if you play like a defensive back, like all that change of direction you're doing, you need your ankles to
No,
move.
I feel you, but see, the way we was brought up was you protect your ankle,
Yes.
you
Yeah, so
protect it. You know what I'm saying? So you want that ankle support. You want the support on your ankle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I'm not when I was playing football, we did like ankle exercises though.
but didn't y'all
Like
have
we
ankle
always.
protectors? No.
You said
Who?
what?
You know them ankle protectors they used to put on where
The
you
ankle
tied up?
braces? The ankle
Ankle
braces.
brace- y'all wore ankle braces or no? Did y'all roll your ankle?
Yeah, I rolled my ankle. You
Yeah,
know, what one thing about the ankle, once you roll it once, you keep rolling it.
yeah, nah.
Yeah,
So
it's
like
cooked.
I literally,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
Done.
Yeah, it's cooked, bro.
my joint is cut. But I did like ankle like strengthening.
Really? Yeah,
That's
see
cool.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they wasn't doing that shit. They was saying, "Oh, yo,
bro, look, y'all know the method though. Y'all gotta put the splats around your cleats.
The what?
the splats,
What the
the
splats.
hell is
tape."
that?
You talking
It's
about the
like
tape?
tape.
The tape,
Oh.
bro. We ain't trying to look like a linebacker out there, though. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, y'all don't got drip, bro.
Nah. You don't see no damn wide receivers with no splats around they damn fucking they
Yes.
cleats. Who you
Not gonna
see?
lie, yeah.
That's
The
it.
people that did that for was like linemen. Or well, that's
Yeah,
what I
like
seen when I
yeah,
played. It was
lineman,
like D
bro.
linemen, linebackers.
Hey, son, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna keep it a buck with y'all. At the end of the day, most of the cats in NFL, they rocking, you know what I'm saying, the Jordans, you know what I'm saying, the Jordan 10s, the Jordan 1s, you know what I mean? Got a couple of cats wearing the Jordan 6s, and it's for a reason, you know what I mean? Like the shoe is designed to protect your ankle, keep your foot planted on the floor. I don't know how motherfuckers go ahead and think they're supposed to go out there and play in kicker shoes.
Yeah, that shit.
If you ain't playing 16 games, then I guess you good.
Shit. But shit, that's a wrap, boys. So I think.
So
So I got.
let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I
Conversation.
bet. Nah, it definitely was.
Oh yeah. I would like to thank the fans for getting us to 1,000 followers on the Facebook and all the
Yeah.
got everywhere. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We still
Nah,
going
for sure.
keep supporting us. We're gonna get it there. It's just taking time. We gotta take time.
Yeah. We gonna get it there. But all right, y'all. This is another dope episode of Facts. We're gonna wrap it up. Um, again, big shout out to my brothers and my sons. Appreciate y'all for what y'all do. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Um, make sure y'all like and subscribe, share, tap in on all platforms. Um, Chat said good episode. Chat, we appreciate you too. Um, again, I'm your host N-Holla, and we signing off for the Facts crew.
All right, fellas.
All right, boys.
All right.